God damn it, Vikings. You couldn't have done anything? Come on, you couldn't have helped us out? Fucking choking sacks of shit. God damn it. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you, Vikings. Vikings, you're fucking trash. You had a 14-point lead, you piss it away. And that's probably it's sadly not your season because you're the Vikings and that's the Vikings and yeah. We really could have used that. I mean, a lot of teams really could have used that, but no. They gotta be trash. Fucking Vikings. God damn it. Well, welcome to Sports Ball. Welcome to Shit Pile. We got Steelers Colts coming up, but unfortunately the Vikings are choking sacks of shit, and T. Higgins is really good, and the Vikings are they are Vikinging again. So yeah. Turn out the lights. The party's over. Multiple missed tackles. I mean, that secondary's been puke. Even without Jamar Chase, it's been puke. Oh, I forgot to change my mic. That's probably why. My bad. I can change that real quick. Thought I'd change that, but I guess not. Okay, how about now? We good? Yeah, we're good now. We good now. Sorry about that, boys. I had a power outage about an hour ago, and it just threw everything out of whack, so that's probably why all the echo. So, one's in the chat if the echo's gone, by the way. So, but by the way, how's everyone doing? I was hoping the Bengals would lose, but yeah, this definitely happens. 2nd and 6 for the Cincinnati Bengals. Jake Browning under center single back set. He's just going to run it to the center for field goal range. And time is slowly ticking down, and they're going to bring out Evan McPherson. They will kick the doink, and it will be good. And you had one job, Vikings. You needed to help out the Steelers, and you did not. And you can suck my dick. How's that sound? Juan's in the chat. Oh, Juan's always in the chat, baby. You know that. But welcome, everyone. I'm glad you are joining me for this suffering session. Probably not going to get much because, Grassi's doing his big stream, and Steelers and Colts is the real battle of mid. But Evan McPherson out for a 29-yard field goal from the center hash, kicking around the 19-yard line. Do the Vikings choke it? Yes, they do. Choking Vikings, always choking, you fucking sacks of shit. You had one job. I hate you. Vikings, I hate you. You fucking suck. You had so many chances to put it away, but Nick Mullins is trash. Like, there shouldn't have been a contest, but Nick Mullins happened, and that's why Nick Mullins barely sees the field, because he throws some of the worst passes known to man. I think the Vikings magic might be out, which is saying something. Woo. So you know what? Because of that, you fucked the ball, Vikings. You fucked the ball. You fucked the ball. No more options. But in the meantime, though, we do have some big news coming, and that is Steeler football. Mitch Kissin Titties starting again for the Steelers. It's going to be very fun. I am not happy about that. And I am not a happy camper because the Steelers are doing Steeler things, and I am not happy. I am absolutely not happy about that, but we do have some preview. In the meantime, though, our good friend Tyler Fulgham is taking the over. The Steelers are somehow favorited to win, but this matchup predictor is weird. I mean, ESPN had like an 80% chance for the Steelers to win against the Patriots and Cardinals, but it sucked it bad, and there's a lot of fucking of the football. But let's go to a local feed in the meantime because I don't want to watch this national feed. But otherwise, the MVP, Mitch, kissing titties, is he's going to be doing this thing. It's not going to be fun. Oh, Jonathan Taylor's out. It's going to be Zach Moss who runs for 500. Steelers' rush defense has been okay. It's their pass defense has been issues. I know Landon Roberts still kind of banged up. They're playing Blake Martinez. I don't know if Miles Jack will be brought up yet. I think he might be, but yeah, Nick Mullins fucked you this game, and the Vikings secondary, because like they sucked a lot of dicks. They sucked. They were bad. Woo. Oh, Josh Shin, you know that. No, the life sentence, dude. Did you see some of those picks Nick Mullins was throwing? He should have had like 4 picks. And those 2 touchdowns were just complete prayers and chuck and ducks. Those should have been picks. He should have had 3 picks, 1 being a pick 6. I do not want Nick Mullins as my quarterback. Nick Mullins is a gunslinger. And that gun is wildly flailing up and down. Bacon Man, I'll be on Tom's stream later. So I will not be on later, but yeah, I will be there. Sean, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. But otherwise, we are going to enjoy the Steeler football, quote unquote, enjoy. Because there's going to be no enjoying of Steeler football. It's going to be pain. It's going to be misery. And it's not going to be fun in the slightest of all. But we are going to suffer like men. Suffering builds character. And it is going to be one of the worst experiences known to man because the Pittsburgh Steelers exist. And yeah, things will definitely happen. Logic Bomb, must I ask, is Staley calling the defense? No, he's always calling the defense. He is unfortunately no longer calling the defense, but there will be, he should have never called the defense. It's not good. We'll keep going here. Aqua Gamer Sean Shanley for 10 Canadian. The glue factory is going to get sucked on kissing titties, and Tree's going to be waving that terrible towel of victory while playing the Pennsylvania Polka. Well, we'll hope for the Pennsylvania Polka. I am not guaranteeing the Pennsylvania Polka. But I will have it at the ready, just in case. And I will be very happy if I have to do the Pennsylvania Polka, because that means the misery will continue and the suffering will continue too. We will be waving those terrible towels, and we will get the 7th seed, and we will be getting our ass kicked by 30, because that's how this Steelers team is. And I will be just as pissed because we've been running the same formula for 5 years. Whew. Oh, Zombie Flanders, dude, Dobbs was terrible. Like, they might go to Jalen Hall. Because, like, I mean, you've got Detroit twice. So you needed that win, and you kind of pissed it away. Because Rams have an easy opponent. Saints have an easy opponent, but the Giants could pull it off. Packers still could do something there. Falcons have the Panthers. So you could have a bunch of teams still at 7. I mean, the Seahawks could pull off a win. So you have every single team now with 7 wins. Which would be disastrous for the Vikings because what do you do at quarterback now? Oh, work out super tie. You know that. I was hoping for a super tie yesterday or last week with Vikings Raiders, but the Vikings decided to score points. It was not good. Whew. Where were these interceptions last night, Mr. Nick Mullins? James telling us for 20, Tree, I understand your frustrations from last week and what makes you a true fan and real fans care. My Packers, who you did a great segment on your weekly sports ball video, summed up my anger over the loss. Same for my Chiefs. Oh, Packers' loss was brutal. I mean, you still have a chance. I mean, you are playing the Commanders. Wait, you're playing the Buccaneers. Right. The Rams are playing the Commanders. But, yeah, it's truly fun. Truly fun. But we're going live to the pre-stream mode and the bullshit that will be coming real. Steelers and Colts. The Colts are coming out towards their home crowd at Lucas Oil Stadium and wearing the old school uniforms. With the Colt horseshoe, the blue and white. The Steelers will be wearing the white and the black and the gold trim. Nothing crazy about that. Made up for 5. Big fan of your content, Tree, but today it's Go Colts. Love what you do. Keep up the great content, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you. But all I'm going to say is I'm sorry. I got to root for the Steelers just because we're going to go down like gentlemen. If we lose to the Colts, I'm going to be kind of pissed, even though the Colts are better than what I thought they were. But I mean, considering the last 2 weeks, you could have a 9-win team and pretty much have cruise control, and you could fill the narratives about Tomlin. But yeah, I mean, they have to come out. I mean, the Steelers usually own the Colts, but I'm not taking anything to chance. I'm straight up not. Justin Ziegler, is the NFL season great this year because so many teams are still in the hunt, or bad because so much mediocrity can make it this year? Dear Lord, it might be possible for an 8-9 team to make the wild card in the NFC. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. It's mediocrity on a pedestal. I think there's just a lot of sloppy football. I think this game pretty much, or the previous game, just showed it because the Vikings had so many chances, but Nick Mullins is just gunning the ball randomly, and Vikings cost themselves a game. And that is the Viking season in a nutshell. They can't be normal, and that's what happens. And unfortunately, a lot of AFC teams could have really used the Bengals losing that game, but they didn't. And I'm not happy. I am not a happy camper. I'm not happy at all. Bacon Man for 2, when will you be on Tom's stream? I'll be on later. I will be on probably later as usual. I'm usually one of the last guests on, so the same thing will happen tonight. Justin Ziegler, Glue Factory versus the overrated stat. Honest thoughts, if Tomlin gets a losing season, is it for the best, let alone change anything? I don't think it's going to change anything, sadly, because it's just the way things are. I mean, like, I don't, like, Tomlin's got the job for as long as he wants, just because of how the Steelers roll things. So, unless they trade him for, like, 3 first-round picks, which I doubt. But, yeah. Definitely. Jared Oberfeld for 5, Staley's locale of the week. The only reason why you do not do this for the MLB, because it will always go to Angel Hernandez. I mean, sometimes it goes for someone different. It could go for, sometimes it goes to the Angels. Sometimes it goes to the Rockies. Sometimes it goes to just somebody getting caught for the most common steroid no demand. Could be that. But time will tell there. Time will tell. Justin Ziegler, sad news for Vikings fans. The defense is much better. Brian Flores actually made things a lot better with little to work with, but Mullins likes turnovers. And then they ran out of gas in the fourth quarter. And, Nick Mullins happens. That's why. Couch for 5, I haven't lived in Pittsburgh since 2014. I miss it every day, and I've been looking forward to the stream. Dude, thank you, Couch. I appreciate you, man. Pittsburgh's a special city. That's why a lot of people want to come back every time they leave. It says that special Midwestern magic. Midwestern cities are underrated. At least to me. But, I mean, I might be biased, so I don't know. Brendan Brock for 10. As a Bears fan, I personally don't want Caleb Williams. He gives me Ryan Leaf vibes. Depending on how the rest of the season goes, we'll see. But at the moment, I would stick with Fields. My thing is, like, I would stick with Fields if you didn't have the number 1 pick. My problem is you have the number 1 pick. You've got Drake May and Caleb Williams, who could be really good quarterbacks. And Fields could get you a decent return in the deadline. The question is, like, do you want that extra rookie guarantee where Fields is probably going to want 40, 45 million? Do you want to pay him 40 to 45 million? He has his moments, but the problem is he's very inconsistent. And there's a lot of me where it's just like, I feel like it has more to do with DJ more than Fields. And the last 3 games have been against, well, the Vikings he did poorly, and then the Lions defense, which is terrible. So that's the question I have. So that's the real question. I know a lot of Bears fans like Justin Fields, and I get it. Like, I mean, we have the same thing about Kenny Pickett. The Giants fans said a lot of the same stuff about Daniel Jones, too. But, I mean, you hope for development, but at the same time, you have to be ready for a backup plan. And now, with that first overall pick, you just have just a golden opportunity. And since C.J. Stroud came out and just looks like a true gem, I mean, it depends. I mean, there are a lot of ways you can go with that offseason, if we're being completely honest. Well, ZSC, Fields isn't getting... Fields, the problem is, he's going to want more than 25. So, I mean, he with how bad the NFL quarterbacking is, he is a low-end starter right now. So, that more or less is, yeah. Nothing you can say. Well, Samuel, the Bears-Browns line is 3 because the Browns are injured to hell. That's why. Like, Maurice Hurst is out, Grant Delpit's out, Thornhill's out, Denzel Ward's questionable, Ogbo Okoronkwo's out, Myles Garrett's injured. Like, they are banged up. That's why it's 3. Definitely is. Jared Froman for 2. T. Higgins God mode activated on a game-tying touchdown. Yeah, that was the high-end talent, but the Viking secondary was pretty bad. A lot of missed tackles, a lot of back of that sort, so mainly tell. Soul Knife 20 is a Colts fan, pretty sure that the Steelers are going to have 400 yards of offense and score 35 points against the Colts defense. I wish. And the Steelers will probably somehow give up like 32 or something like that because that's just how it rolls. Depends how Gardner Minshew does. TJ Watt has 14 sacks in the year, so I'm hoping for good stuff here. Justin Heights, Steelers guy, average bowl. Yeah, they're going the mid bowl. They're going 9-8 bowl. We are going 9-8 bowl. King Maximus IV. HMO Caleb to the Bears, Fields to the Jets. I feel like Fields would fit better in Atlanta or Seattle. I feel like that's where he'd be because Atlanta, you could do something interesting. Like he's going home. He played at Georgia for a hot minute. And with the weapons he has, he is already an upgrade over Desmond Ridder. I mean, Desmond Ridder sucks. Like he is not good. Oh, JMR, yep, Perna's always on usually first at the fundraising stream. So definitely. I wish I could watch it the whole way. I'll probably watch it on replay later, but for the most part, unfortunately, I've got Steeler football to deal with. Brad, the question is, like, you would have to probably trade Pickett in return, and I don't think the Bears want Pickett. I think they're going to go with if they're going another quarterback, they're probably going Caleb Williams. And the problem is, like, do you go with an inconsistent starter who has starting upside or a potentially generational QB? That's the question you have. Do you afford like a year of potential growing pains? Do you think you're that close? I don't know. That's the question. And Justin Turley for 20, you know the Dolphins are the worst 9-4 team when the Raiders, Bengals, and more wins against teams with a winning record. They remind me of the 75 Vikings, who played worse teams than the 72 Dolphins. Definitely, thank you, Justin. But, I mean, the Dolphins, they haven't beaten a winning team. They're the same thing as the Cowboys, but then they self-destructed against the Titans, of all teams, which is... I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. It is it's a fun sight, but kick is about to be underway. The Steelers will be receiving kickoff in the first half. Matthew Gay, the big free agent kicker, coming out from left to right with the Steelers returning. I believe this is Godwin Igwe-Bikwe, who will be returning once again. Kick is away. It's a gentler scrib. It's just going to be a line drive to Godwin Igwe-Bikwe. Takes it at the 20, goes out to the 25, open field at the 30, and he's taken down at the 37-yard line. And the Steelers get prime field position to start out this match, which is good, but they'll probably squander it. Amir Speed with the tackle on special teams there. And now we have the kisser of titties coming out, and hopefully he won't fuck the ball again. And there's a good bit of black and gold here, so I will say there is the potential that there will be calls for Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Will there be a Christmas miracle? No, because Mason Rudolph just hasn't been the same since that Baltimore game, and it's a shame. It's definitely a shame. 1st and 10, single back set, handoff over to Najee Harris, breaks up the middle, but he's immediately wrapped up in the backfield. Gain of nothing there. E.J. Speed, the linebacker. Another speed, lots of speed on the Colts, and that's a tackle, loss of 1. The kisser of titties is unfortunately not going to be. Samuel Sickman, would the Panthers have been able to compete for the division? No. I think they would be, with how many injuries they've had on defense, I just don't think they would have been able to do anything. Like, they're destroyed health-wise. Shotgun formation for the Steelers. Najee Harris right inside, 3 wide out, set 4 on the line for the Colts. Takes the snap, takes the handoff. Pressure in his face, has to roll out of the pocket, and he's sacked immediately. Sacked immediately by the Indianapolis Colts. Collapses on him like Jenga. DeForest Buckner and Eric Johnson in on the sack. So far, not looking good. Definitely not looking good. But DeForest Buckner was the first one there, and our offensive line is just going to shit right now. This is incredible. This is truly incredible. I made a great decision to stream this game. It is truly fantastic. 3rd and 14, which is pretty much impossible, but it is a 4 wide out set. Jalen Warren in the gun. Snap down, 4-man rush. He'll just throw the screen to Jalen Warren, and he's just going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a touch more, but not much there. It is an easy 3-and-out for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kwity Paye, the New York Giants hopeful, but was taken Kadarius Toney instead, is out with the tackle. And it's now 4th and 10, and this is fantastic. This is truly a stream of our time, and truly a game of our time. And it's nearly blocked. Presley Harvin does get the punt away, though. It's going to be returned on a bounce at the 20-yard line. Tries to break a tackle at the 25. Can't get there. And that was going to be Josh Downs with the return. And James Pierre, was going to be in on that tackle. Gardner Minshew, the great legend, Uncle Rico of our time, will be taking the ball. Spencer Abdo for 2. I'm excitedly awaiting my high-end talent hoodie. Yep, it's quality merchandise. Nick Kovac, the guy who does my thumbs, was the one that designed a lot of these newer merch. So definitely give him a shout if you're interested as well. It's going to be a 1st and 10. No Jonathan Taylor again for the Colts, but Zach Moss is good in his stead. Is going to be on the left-hand side. 3 wide out set. Minshew out of the shotgun. Steelers showing 5 at the line with the nickel. Pulls back, takes the snap. 4-man rush. He'll just throw a quick screen over to Zach Moss, and he's going to get immediately eaten up alive just past the line of scrimmage by Alex Highsmith. Near side, gains 1 at best. At best. Bearman for 5. Can the Bears somehow make the playoffs if they win all out and by luck? Other teams lose crucial games for the Bears. Dude, with how messy the NFC is, I don't fucking know. The Bears' defense has been pretty good. The question is, how much of that is Detroit's defense? Like, is your offense going to keep up? DJ Moore's questionable, so, as I said, I'm not dismissing anything right now. 2nd and 9, takes the snap, 4-man rush, out of the shotgun. Quickly throws over to a crossing. Michael Pittman Jr. breaks 1 tackle, gets close to the 3rd down marker. Can't get much there, though. Steelers are going to hold just in time, but it's going to be a 3rd and short coming up. That's Michael Walker, the practice squad guy, former starter for the Atlanta Falcons, that was in on the tackle. 3rd and 2, 12 minutes left and ticking. Noble Demon Tim for 5. The way the Eagles and the Lions play right now would guarantee us Cowboys 49ers for the NFC Championship. Can't believe the Packers lost like that. Oh, yeah. There are a lot of teams you can't believe lost like that. Steelers, I can't believe they lost like that. 3rd and 2, 4 wide out set. Shotgun formation for the Indianapolis Colts. Takes the snap. Handoff over to Zach Moss. Fakes it. Hands it over to Michael Pittman on the out route. Easy 1st down to the 45-yard line. Gains about 5, maybe 6. Before taking near bounds, DeMonte KZ was the one that pushed him out of bounds. But it was a decent little pick play for the the Indianapolis team. Couldn't progress, and well-designed play. I'll applaud them for it. Brandon Brock need a Trubisky arm punt counter. Maybe. Shotgun formation again. Josh Dobbs with the reception. Going to be eaten up alive by DeMonte KZ. Gains about 5, maybe 6. Nearing midfield. Minshew still going, trying to go with the huddle and mass it. Kevin Michael Von Magnum for 5. The Titans have $85 million of cap room in 2024, most of the NFL. Who's most likely the free agent going there? Maybe running back, because I don't know how long Derrick Henry has. Shotgun formation again. Takes the handoff over to Zach Moss. Gets close to the 1st down. I think they might end up giving it to him. TJ Watt was in on the tackle. No, they're actually going to roll just short. It's going to be a 3rd down and maybe inches, 1 half yard at best. Steelers rolling with our typical 3-4 formation. Otherwise there. Green Draco 313, can you explain to me how you're saying no Mike Zimmer only applies for 1 season? I don't know. I say because, like, usually they had all the Vikings were undefeated in 1-score games last year. Now it's coming back down to earth. 3rd and 1 single back set. Handoff over to Zach Moss. Easily gets the 1st down. Beaten up over the line. Gains 1, maybe 2. Keanu Benton, as well as a few others, were in on the tackle. But Zach Moss gets an easy 1st down. The Colts are actually moving the football. Sorry, I'm thinking of Josh Downs. Josh Dobbs would probably be better off playing wide receiver because he is a 3rd stringer right now. And, yeah. 1st and 10 shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff. Play action. 3-man rush for the Steelers. Quickly throws over the middle. Going to be caught for a 3-yard gain by Zach Moss on the check down to about the 40-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Indianapolis Colts. AAA for 5, the 23 Thins are like their 16 counterparts. Talented rosters with 90% of their wins against teams below 500 and most of their L's versus above 500 teams. Vance Joseph and the 29th ranked defense were part of that team as well. And then they ended up playing the Steelers and with a backup quarterback too, and it was just bad. It was bad. 2nd and 7. They're giving it a pretty generous 7. Steelers out of the dime. Empty set shotgun for Indianapolis in the blue and white trim from left to right. Snap down. 4-man rush. Pressure in his face, and TJ Watt's just going to beat the tackle and sack him at the 45-yard line out of field goal range. The high-end talent has come for the Pittsburgh Steelers. TJ Watt eating that quarterback for breakfast, and there's a guy waving a towel on the TV. That's perfect. Indianapolis is playing with a backup tackle, I believe. Braden Smith is out. So we are down to TJ Watt will hopefully eat that shit. But here comes the 3rd and 13. Colts just trying to get back to field goal range. Shotgun 4 wide out set. 4 rushers for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Takes the snap and going to quickly throw it over to Josh Downs. He gets buried, but is caught at the very least at the 38-yard line. Joey Porter or DeMonte Casey just beat the shit out of him. That was a clean hit. That was a hospital pass if there ever was one for Josh Downs. Might as well be named Josh Dobbs now because he took a licking. Whew. Ooh, baby. But it's going to be a 37. They're going to try for a field goal. Matt Gay will be attempting a 56-yard field goal from the middle hash. Yep, dead set middle, 56-yarder. Let's see if he gets it. 7:38 and ticking. Snap is down, kick is up, and is wide left. He shanked that kick all the way to Illinois. And that is no good, and the Steelers get bailed out again. And they unfortunately fucked the ball. They fucked the ball. This guy stinks. They totally fucked the ball. Whew. That was like me kicking. He veered it so far left that it's now a liberal. Whew. Honestly, it's further left than Mao Zedong at that rate. Whew. I mean, Matt Gay, yeah. That sounds about right for Steeler football. Let's wave them towels. Let's go. Oh, Kevin, he more than Vanderjacked it. That's a Roberto Aguayo kick. Whew. Professor Chaos, A-Tree Browns fan, and I'm rooting for the Steelers to win, see all AFC North in the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, I hope you guys win this week, too. I mean, I know your defense is really banged up, but you do have the coaching to get it done. I mean, got to take it 1 week at a time. That's all you can do if you're the Browns. Steven, dare your wish for 5. Upset pick of the week. Seahawks beat the Eagles. 49ers win the Super Bowl. Big Cock Brock for MVP. Well, it's not the MVP, though. The MVP would probably have to be, well, it's whomever wins the Nickelodeon Bowl. It might be Trubisky again. You never know. Steelers could be playing the Nickelodeon Bowl. The big stinky for 10, the Steelers are literally the NFL version of Manchester United. A once powerful team getting embarrassed by teams they should be beating with high-end talent. It's still very possible. You don't know. We're bringing it back. Coach Peel basketball, you're rocking the Lambert throwback tree. Only problem is you have too many teeth to truly wear the jersey. JK. I mean, I bought this as like a punishment one time for like an auction. And just, my Pouncy jersey's in the wash, so I don't have that yet, but yeah. I mean, you got to wear the Lambert jersey. I mean, the Pouncy jersey, it's ran its course. I wore this in week 1, and it was not good. It was very ugly. Roughhauser 999, have people told you that you would be an exhilarating radio announcer? Because I certainly think so. Happy holidays to you guys. Merry Christmas to all you out there as well. How's it only 9 days before Christmas? That is crazy. No, we are not voting for Bob Dole. Kids are crazy. And here come the bots. I got them, boys. Don't worry. But yeah, I mean, I do get a little out there with my announcing sometimes. Steelers haven't given me much to go about, but Darnell Washington goes in motion, kissing titties out of the shotgun in more good field position. Snap down, 4-man rush, takes his first target, is caught by Allen Robinson, gains about 8. We're into Colts territory, so I don't know. Possible. Joe Basile for 5. Hi, Tree. Haven't joined the live stream in a bit. My question, have you seen Emp Lemon's video, Ghosts of the 72 Dolphins? You make a cameo appearance. I have not. I have been wanting to see it. I just haven't had the time to. I'll probably end up seeing it in the next couple days. I'll probably watch it while I'm editing. I have heard that I do make a guest appearance, but Emp Lemon's a good dude. He's been on the channel a couple times. Kissing titties in the single back set, handoff over to Najee Harris, and they go nowhere. It's just Eaton at the line of scrimmage, and it's just nothing. Eric Johnson was once again, or Taekwon Lewis, I'm sorry. Taekwon Lewis was in on the tackle. Unfortunately, not a fun. Robert Hall, yeah, I would vote for Ross Perot. I'd vote for Where's Ralph Nader at? Is Ralph Nader still around? I don't know. I really don't know. 3rd and 3, shotgun formation for the Steelers again. 3 wideouts and a tight end set. Jaylen Warren to the left-hand side of Kissin Titties. 4-man rush for the Colts. Still looking. He'll just throw over to Pat Freiermuth. And the Steelers finally have a first down. We're at the 42. First down, Steelers, thank God. We have a first down. Oh, God, this is, yeah. Oh, Pain AXE, he's wearing, I think, like a, I think he's wearing like an equality sort of t-shirt, I think. So it's I think that's what he's wearing from what I've seen. 1st and 10 again. Single back set. Jaylen Warren single back in the backfield. Connor Hayward goes in motion. 3 tight end set. They pound the ball to Jaylen Warren. Gets past the original line of scrimmage to the second level, but is wrapped up by EJ Speed for about a 4-yard gain, if that. Gus Bradley, the defensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts, coming into view right about now. Adam Kaufman, how far do you think the Bears can trade down from number 1 to still take Marvin Harrison Jr.? Remember, they still have their own pick. So they could very well get both Caleb and Marvin Harrison Jr. That'd be the bold move to take. Because that kind of talent doesn't fall that far. They fake the reverse. Kissin Titty's just going to throw a screen. It's nearly picked. Nearly picked off by Zaire Franklin, and that would have been an easy pick 6. Kissin Titties, what the fuck are you doing? Come on. They are lucky they dropped the shit out of that ball because, yeah, that was definitely a Kissin Titties kind of ball. That was attempted for Jaylen Warren, and they read that like it was a vomit bag. He actually deflected that. That wasn't actually a pick 6. He just swatted it down. So, Zaire Franklin has 144 tackles this year. Dear God. 3rd and 6. Empty set, shotgun formation. Jaylen Warren moves back behind formation to Mitch Kissin Titties' right. This is a 4 wideout set with trips to the left. Rushing 4. Snap down. All the time in the world in the pocket. He's just going to throw down the middle. Easily caught by George Pickens. Biggest gain of the game. Down to the 22. First down. They utilize George Pickens, the kisser of titties, moving the ball closer and closer to the red zone. Hopefully he doesn't fuck it up. That's why you got to pick off those passes, Indy. Oh, Bill Hillgrove deserves to be more than president. He deserves to be Emperor of America and Yinzerland at the same time. I love that dude. DE3D for 5. The Steelers still have a chance to get the number 1 seed. That's how scuffed the NFL season is. And dude, the Giants and Bears are 1 game out of a playoff spot. That's all you need to know. They've been terrible this year. Shotgun formation, hands it off over to Najee Harris. Gains maybe 1. I thought he could have had a hole on the other side, but are they calling that a fumble? I thought he was down. Yeah, they're calling it a second down. They're calling it down. I didn't realize he was down. Yep, heroic. They are in field goal range. They're at the 22. Drew B. Sauce for 5 figures that a kicker named Gay can't kick straight. Brother, that might get you canceled in this current year, man. Mets 21-28. Laces out. Laces fucking out. I agree. 2nd and 9. Another shotgun formation with Najee Harris to the right-hand side. 4 wideout set. Colts in the nickel. Rushing 4. Gets past his first target, throws it over to George Pickens' far side. Has to rush for the first down, gets past it, and into the goal line territory at the 8-yard line. George Pickens is cooking, and he's cooking that good stuff right now. And that is an easy first down. Solid play by George Pickens. That's what happens when you get him the ball. And let's be honest here, Juju Brents, he has been dealing with injury, but he had no chance on that one. Whew. You know how it is, boys. As 2,000 people are somehow still here, so welcome, guys. Thank you guys for joining me in this random rambling. 1st and 10. 3 wideout set, left-hand side. Pat Freiermuth over to the right. Jaylen Warren single back. They'll toss it over. Far side to Jaylen Warren. Gets past 1 blocker. Past the line of scrimmage. Close to the end zone. He's going to be down at about the 2, maybe the 1. Jaylen Warren with a solid run. That was looking to be pretty precarious, but Jaylen Warren, with his prime vision, able to see the hole. Very well done. Very well done. Justin Ziegler, please explain this. Why are the Flyers doing good so far? As a Philly fan, I can't explain why they're good, so we should suck. I mean, honestly, just run with it. Your goaltending's been very good. You got a nice jolt. You're technically supposed to be rebuilding. I don't know how long it lasts, but honestly, I run with it. Just run with it for as far as you can. This is the best season you've had in shit. Whew, at least 5 years. 2nd and goal. Empty set shotgun to hand it off over to Jalen Warren. Gains maybe 1. Tries to go power up the right-hand side, B gap, but doesn't get much. Maybe 1. I'm surprised why are you handing it off out of shotgun? Just keep it simple. What are we doing? 3rd and goal. Single back set. Now they're just going to tush push it, and he doesn't get there. It's just going to be at the goal line now. Taken down by a couple of Indianapolis Colts. I think DeForest Buckner's there. It gets a touch close to the goal line, but DeForest Buckner just did DeForest Buckner things, and that is short. So we will see. Joe Bryn, dude, thank you. I appreciate that comment, my man. But now it's 4th and goal for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're keeping the offense out there. I'm thinking another tush push, but we will see. 4th down conversions are 5 for 13, but maybe this is Tom living in his fears. But what is this? 4th and goal, single back set. Heavy push. Jalen Warren goes in motion, and they're just going to sneak it in. That is a fumble, but is recovered by Najee Harris. That's a touchdown. They're rolling him down early? I thought he crossed the plane. What? No, challenge that. Challenge that. He crossed the plane. He crossed the plane. Bullshit. Yeah, he crossed the plane. That's a touchdown. He crossed the plane. That is a touchdown. Yeah, they're going to challenge the shit out of that. Yeah, challenge that shit, dude. Challenge that shit. That is a touchdown. Oh, Puff, I'm surprised they didn't call that false start. I thought there was one on the tight end, but... No. Andrew, what happened was Trubisky crossed the plane before he did. Andrew, that's why. He crossed the plane. Trubisky crossed the plane before he tucked it in. So that is a touchdown. You just need a touch of the body hitting the goal line, and you are good. So X5-2, it's not that Najee got the ball in. What happened was Trubisky tossed it, actually pushed it in. Then he lost the ball. That's what happened. So I think this is going to be a touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I might be wrong, though. Ryan O'Leary for 5. What do you think the Steelers' biggest offseason need is? Either coaching staff or positional. They need to spend money on assistant coaches. They are bare bones. They are one of the cheapest organizations with assistants. If you think Tomlin's the future, then go with him. But I think at this time, you need fresh voices. You need fresh faces, especially with the assistant core. You've just had a lot of retreads, and it's just that, and the development has been very poor. So that's what happens. Ziggy, yes, scoring plays will be automatically reviewed, but I think that is a touchdown. That is definitely a touchdown. Stephen, do you wish to have a Hines Ward jersey? I do not. I should get one, though. I would probably get maybe a James Harrison jersey, a TJ Watt jersey. Ooh. Kevin Green jersey would be pretty good. Also to rep him, rest in peace. Aaron Smith would be a very low-key underrated one. Cam Hayward. I mean, Cam Hayward's a great human being. So we'll see about that. Christian J. Pierce, what's Landry Jones doing these days? Probably enjoying family and retirement. Last time I heard of him, he was playing for Kevin Kildrive in the XFL. Or, wait, McGloin was playing in the XFL. Landry was playing in the XFL, but I don't know if he's done anything since. Brad Bigelow for 5. What are your thoughts on Brock Purdy being labeled as a system quarterback? Feel the media is a bit biased against him. Remember, they say Tom Brady's a system quarterback. The reason why is because their skill positions are so powerful, but he was throwing some really good deep balls this past week, so I don't know if that's Seattle's defense just being fraudulent or what, but at the same time, I mean, Tim Worley. Let's get a Louis Lips jersey, too. And they are ruling a touchdown. The Steelers have a touchdown. It is a glorious day. Touchdown Steelers. As I had expected, the extra point will soon be underway. For Chris, the Wizard of Boswell. Presley Harvin holding the kick. Snap down. Kick is up. And it doinks. They doinked it off the crossbar. It's those heavy dome winds are really messing everybody up. The domes are messing up. Good Lord. This guy stinks. The Steelers giveth and the Steelers taketh away. It's all we can do. Yeah, you can see the ball crosses the plane. All you have to do is just like cross the goal line, and you're good. You don't have to get the full ball over. So Trubisky does have a touchdown there. Yeah, Kirby. Unfortunately, Chris Boswell decided to. Yeah. So there's 4 points that both teams have pissed away right now. It's good times. But I will say, Brock Purdy, I mean, time will tell there. He's going to get those arguments just because of how talented the Niners are. Veggie Bad for 5. Press S for the stellar football. We need to generate the BS and the high-end talent. Yes. Yes, we do. I agree. And Adam Wetstein, the NFL needs to bring the CFL onside punt rule. I think they're looking to change kickoff rules. I mean, they're experimenting with fair catches on kickoffs, but I feel like if there's an opportunity, it would probably either be the old AAF style, where you can get a 4th and 30 and then do an onside kick, or you could do the punt style where they just move them closer. Boswell's kick is away, and it's going to be ruled out by Josh Downs for a touchback. Ziggy Smolowicz, no, that is the NAS version. It's just really high res. Patty Wack, thank you, Tree, for always making amazing content in a time where it's very stressful for school. Your videos always help, dude. Thank you. Guys, if you're in finals, I completely understand. Just keep down. Take it one day at a time. I've always known what it's like, too. You're near the home stretch. If you've dealt with finals as well, I wish you the best of luck. I know what it's like. Love you guys. Kick ass. You'll be home for Christmas soon. 1st and 10 for the Indianapolis Colts. Single back set. Zach Moss lone back in the backfield. 2 wideouts to the left-hand side. Josh Downs goes in motion. Snap down. Strong side handoff over to Zach Moss. Going to get pushed a little bit. Gains maybe 3. Not much else there. Keanu Benton was in on the tackle. Sorry, that's Ogunjobi that was in on the tackle. And Guy, the thing is, they used to be able to challenge for pass interference. One year, they only overruled like 2 passes. The rest were pretty obvious, but they didn't want to massage the ref's egos. One of the games, ironically, was Steelers-Seahawks back in 2019. They overturned a PI call. 2nd and 7 out of the pistol for Gardner Minshew. 4 rushers on the line. 4 linebacker Steelers showing a light blitz. Zach Moss behind. Fakes the handoff. 4-man rush. Has time in the pocket. Clean pocket. Throws. Heavy catch by... Actually, dropped it. Michael Pittman had an easy catch for an easy first down, but he bobbles and drops. Pat Pete was on the coverage. That's the issue with Michael Pittman. His hands. And unfortunately, he was not able to corral that, and it turns into an embarrassing fucking of the ball. He slammed his penis in the car door. It's not good. But yes, you're right. I do have to update the home score. My bad. I have not updated that. I am being a very poor individual indeed. I am so sorry, boys. I am so sorry. But it is a 3rd and 7 out of the shotgun at the 28-yard line of Indianapolis. 4 wideouts set for the Colts. Zach Moss to the left. Josh Downs goes back in motion, nears inside. 4-man rush. Has pressure in his face. He has to get back, but he's sacked. Eaten alive by Larry Ogunjobi for a 3-yard loss, and the punt unit will have to come out. The towels are flying for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we're going to get to the end of the first quarter in a very wonky first quarter. Larry Ogunjobi was able to beat Freeze on the right guard position, and we will get to the end of the first quarter as the Pittsburgh Steelers somehow have a lead against the Indianapolis Colts. God help us all. I'm going to go for the O in solidarity with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Obey. Obey. Chair, did you enjoy Chair's long dissectomy about 1920s economic tendencies? Ooh, baby. I did fix the score. Come on. Oh, wait. Right. I guess I'll have to remove it again. God damn it, Steelers. I fucked the ball. I fucked the ball. It's still 6-0. My bad. We'll pretend I kicked 2 field goals. Pretend that. Stephen Duriwish, yeah, Tree showing my Niners some love. Dude, they're dominant. Why wouldn't I show them some love? They haven't earned any hate. BSFM for 5 Tree, explain what kind of Tomlin black magic did Sullivan do to turn on the power play? And can he teach it to the Panthers? We are scoreless in 2 games. Rigoberto Sanchez back to punt, 47.6 yard average, a long of a very nice 69 yards. Calvin Austin back to receive. Snap down. And it's blocked! Blocked by the Steelers! And it's recovered in the end zone for a touchdown! Touchdown Steelers, Nick Herbig! Back in the way! We gotta do multiple of these! They're fucking the ball! They're fucking the ball! Bullshit is real! Woo! This guy stinks! The bullshit's real. This is what happens with the Steeler football. It's that high-end talent. Connor Hayward with the block. Nick Herbig gets it back. Are they going to call him down at about the 1, or is that a touchdown? I think they might get him at the 1. It'll look close to a touchdown, but the Steelers and the bullshit is very real. We got to bring out the high-end talent. We're the Toronto Maple Leafs of football. We're only getting bailed out by high-end talent, Nick Herbig. We just draft family members or everyone, and they end up turning good. I don't know why, but whatever. Steeler football. Steeler football. Oh, we should be 9-4 right now. Fucking kill me. 1st and goal near the goal line. And they're doing a booth review to see if this is going to be in the end zone or not. Either way, the Steelers are in prime position to do something. This is what this team fucking does to me. Whenever I get pissed off, they pull me back in with the bullshit. I don't get it. Oh, boy. How to fire? Oh, Grossi picked the Colts to win. What he doesn't understand is, let's look up this rivalry, because the Steelers have somehow owned the Colts. Recently. Football database. Here we go. The Indianapolis Colts haven't won a game against Pittsburgh since 2008. Good Lord. Good Lord. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. They are 1, 2, 3. They've won 4 games against the Steelers since 1974. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They're 4-25 since 1974. Jesus. I mean, I'm surprised Tom did this, but I didn't even think it was that bad. Good Lord. I'm going to put it on the Twitters. And everyone's going to be amazed. But I gotta do this. Sorry, kids. They are 4-25. Good fucking God. I got a shit post. I'm sorry, kids. The shit posting takes prior importance. I have to be in intense focus when I do the shit posting. I'm sorry. First and goal, shotgun formation, handoff over to Najee Harris. He's just going to get stuffed in the backfield. He loses 3, stays on his feet, but he's going to be down at about the 4. So, yeah, that's a great start. But here it is, second and goal. It's going to be at the they lost a 3 there, unfortunately, and this is grand. Shotgun formation for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3 wide out set, trips left. Najee Harris goes in motion from left to right. Trubisky in the gun, snap down, 4-man rush, quickly throws it over. It's going to be caught by Deontay Johnson, and he has a touchdown. The Pittsburgh Steelers have pulled out the bullshit, and there is a touchdown. Wave them towels. I don't know how the hell it happened, but the Steeler bullshit is very real. Deontay Johnson gets another touchdown, which is very stunning, mind you, because the Steelers never get touchdowns. That was a very fair outside route, another pick play, and Deontay Johnson does the thing, and it's an easy touchdown. Boswell back, snap down, and he actually makes this one, so thank the Lord. I enjoy that. I really enjoy that. Ugh. The bullshit is very real, kids. The bullshit is unbelievably real. Whew. Let's go. Shiv Hennessy for 5 bones. Tree, when will the Senators fire DJ Smith? Also picked up some of your new shirts for myself. Hope you have a fantastic Christmas, my man. Dude, Shiv, thank you. Have a Merry Christmas as well, brother. I mean, question with DJ Smith is, I feel like they have to be close, right? I mean, you have, like, it's either him or Lane Lambert that's going next. Berube got fired. I mean, his message got stale, and I'm not surprised, but that's more to do with the Blues' terrible defense and their bad contracts they gave out there. But don't say I told you that. But those are probably the next 2 that would be getting the chop. And yes, Chair, I do agree. I should fix the score because it is a very wonderful time indeed. The Pittsburgh Steelers somehow have a 13-point lead, which is shocking because this never happens. And Cricket, what the fuck is wrong with your normal speaking voice? I don't know. It's just the puberty's hitting me. That's what happened. That's why it's getting super high. That's why, Cricket. It's not good. Send help. Adam Wetstein for $2.79 Canadian. CFL, any player behind the punter is onside all punt. Ooh. Interesting. Very interesting. And Patrick Gold for 2. You didn't go to college for match. It's 6-0. Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, sometimes I don't feel like I went to college at all, but what do I know? Patrick Fitzwell for 5. You guys pee for the D and go for the O, but no one ever takes a dump for the ump. Poor refs. Dude, no, nobody takes a dump for the ump, dude. Richard, you have to understand, nobody likes dumping for the ump. We dump on the ump. We don't dump for the ump. Unless we just pay the money in Venmo payments so they give us the right calls. Justin Silverman for 10. Stochka, wild card, wait them towels. I secretly wish we were tanking. Dude, the Steelers are never going to tank. The Steelers are not a tanking team. So, sorry, that's not happening. Justin Ziegler for 2 with Staley gone. Who is on the hot seat next? Ooh. Well, Rivera's rumored to be gone. Belichick's rumored to be gone. Eberflus is on the hot seat. Arthur Smith, Dennis Allen, Bowles. I'm trying to think who else is really on the hot seat per se. There are going to be a lot of turnover. So you already have 2 openings. I mean, trying to think who else is like really, really on the hot seat per se. McDermott, maybe. If they miss the playoffs, he might be out. So it's very possible. Scott Fitterer, the GM of the Panthers, he might be gone too. Von Star 2. Steelers got Super Bowl, yeah! Dane Vicart, do you think Kevin O'Connell will get the boot at the end of the season? No. Not with the year he had this year. I think that has more to do with the injuries. They're going to use that as an excuse, and that's why I think he'll get another year at minimum. Maybe 2. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun for the Indianapolis Colts. Josh Downs goes in motion for a dual shotgun set to the right-hand side. Now shoot out of the motion. Quickly screens deflected at the line, incomplete. It falls gently to the ground. Alec Pierce was the attempted wide receiver. Alex Highsmith reaches up and just swats that ball away. Joe Barry. Oh, yeah, Joe Barry's in the hot seat. Aaron Glenn's on the hot seat, too. Sorry, that was Marcus Golden with the deflection. Thought that was Alex Highsmith. It showed Alex Highsmith. Saleh might be on the hot seat. I think like him and Joe Douglas might be the sacrificial lambs for a disastrous season, unfortunately. 2nd and 10, shotgun formation again. 4 on the line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bunch set with 3 wideouts for the Colts. Fakes the handoff. Quickly throws up the middle. Caught by Michael Pittman. Easy first down and then some. It's a gain of about 20. DeMonte KZ in on the tackle. Michael Pittman actually used his hands this time, and it was good. It's very good. The General 58, any thoughts on the Penn season so far? They look kind of iffy, dude. They didn't have a power play goal for a month. Their goaltending's the only reason why they're good. 1st and 10. Handoff over to Zach Moss. Gets about 5, but he's taken down by Landon Roberts right around midfield. But it's going to be 13-30 with a 2nd down. And about 5 coming up for the Indianapolis Colts. They're going out of the no huddle. Shotgun formation again. 4 on the line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bunch set with 3 wideouts for the Colts. Zach Moss to his left-hand side. Box set for the Colts. Fakes the handoff. Blitzing pressure. Rolls out to the right-hand side. Just has to chuck it away. Nobody there. Incomplete. Miscommunication on the receiver side. The closest one there was a Pittsburgh Steeler, and that was Minkah Fitzpatrick, who's dealing with a broken hand, so he wouldn't have been able to pick that off anyway. Sports Talk Chug. The Steelers have just had 11 offensive plays by leading with 2 possessions. 3rd worst in the NFL. Atlanta has 7, and Carolina has 1. Ooh. Well, I mean, Carolina actually has a play leading by like 2 offensive drives. That's actually insane and hilarious. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Indianapolis Colts. They're in no man's land, so they're probably going for it after this. Trip set with Michael Pittman going in motion from right to left. Zach Moss right-hand side. Pressure on the line for the Steelers. Snap down. Rushing 4. Holding. Has to evade the pocket. Quickly runs. Still holding. Runs far side. Still looking. Directing traffic. Go throw. It's caught by Michael Pittman. Wide open, a broken play. Couldn't reach for it in time. Michael Pittman gets a big gain of about 30, and it's a 1st down in the red zone for the Indianapolis Colts. Gardner Minshew working that big boy magic once again. Too much time and pressure in the pocket. TJ Watt lost pressure, and unfortunately, just threw it up, and he had to play a little backyard football. Now to the pistol, 1st and goal coming up. Fakes the handoff. He wrapped up immediately by TJ Watt. The RPO fails miserably. TJ Watt with a 5-yard loss on the play. That's probably going to count as a sack. And the towels are coming out once again with the fury. You chose poorly on the RPO, Gardner. TJ Watt actually that's just TJ Watt. Great play to leave TJ Watt uncovered. Smart play calling, Indianapolis. Very small play calling. 2nd and goal coming up. You're outside of the goal line range at the 11. Shotgun formation once again for the Colts. Zach Moss right-hand side. Pressing at the line, rushing 5. And it's going to be a false start on the Indianapolis Colts, and they're just trying to make sure TJ Watt, and they're moving him back. Down to the 16. And that is going to be on Blake Freeland, the rookie tackle out of BYU, who is replacing Bernard Raymond, who is currently injured right now. So I thought that was Braden Smith, but I think that's Bernard Raymond, who is the injured player. But TJ Watt, I mean, he is going ham because he is playing a backup tackle. Polar ball, still football, high in town, wait down towels. 2nd and goal at the 16.5-yard line. 3 wideouts to the right. 2 tight ends left. Shotgun formation. Michael Pittman moves in close. Rushing 4. Snap down. Has pressure in his face. He'll throw the quick screen over to Zach Moss. Has chase to pressure. And Zach Moss is actually going to get a touchdown. Michael Walker just missed his coverage, but there is a flag coming up. Let's see what the flag's on. It might be a horse collar on the Steelers, but we'll see for the time being. He is past the pylon, but what's the flag on? They are calling it a touchdown. It is a touchdown for the Indianapolis Colts because Steelers happen. Very sad day. Very, very sad day. And the Steelers will not have a possession with more than one possession lead. So it's holding on the defense. So that's what happens. Yep, they're going to call that a touchdown. It is a hold on the defense. Oh, the man they call Cobra, Jason Thompson. What's up, man? Extra point going to be on the way for the Indianapolis Colts. Matthew Gay, hopefully not going to doink the crossbar. Snap down, kick up, and is good. It is 13-7. And unfortunately, I am not very happy about that because Steelers bent, and they bent, and they bent, and they bent, and they bent some more. And that is why the Indianapolis Colts are now within a one-score game. Oh, Nami. Oh, don't worry. This is Tomlin's baby. I know they're going to bash the linebackers for that, but, I mean, Michael Walker just missed his guy, and there was no one there in the open plane, and that's what happens. That's what happens. Oh, don't worry. I fixed the score, baby. It's 13-7. Well, the problem is, Trubisky's a quality backup. Like, that's the thing. Like, he'll put up decent pressure if you need, but he's not starting caliber. That's the issue that happened in Chicago. Clay Lewis. I'm not even going to comment on that, dude. I ain't going into that can of worms. Oh, Yamza, I mean, there's still plenty of time. Over-under is about 2.5. I would say that. There's still plenty of time for more fuck you Spanos. Britt Ward, Steelers feel somehow both underwhelming, but also a team you don't want to face in the playoffs because splash plays. It's all splash plays by the defense. And you added splash play on the special teams and got you 7 points. And then the defense just bends miserably. And I'm guessing because they were out of rest, but they gave up some big plays, and that's what happens. Kevin Wong for $9.90. What is with the Steelers team? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I could not tell you what is with the Steelers team. Bookie J for $2. Tom about to BS his way to another winning season. We'll see. There's still time. Still time. Grayman Media for $5. If the Steelers knew what they knew last week, would they have signed Flacco? No, they wouldn't have because Pickett was healthy. And who would you like the Steelers to draft? I mean, we'll get to that road when we get there. We're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with free agency in the offseason. And is the MD Fruit Pea kicker? I don't know. The MD Fruit Pea kicker? I don't know. I could be. Not sure. Christopher Brickner, Chargers fans, stop. They're already dead, dude. Most Chargers fans already tuned out. They tuned out last week. They're just happy that a certain Brandon Staley is fired. And honestly, he should have been fired after the previous game, but whatever. Guillermo C24, can the Chargers be the locale since we won? I don't know. There's still plenty of time. I'm waiting. Gay back to kick off around midfield, so it's going to start there. It's actually going to be a squib kick taken by Igwe Bikwe at about the 5, down to the 10. Jukes a defender at the 20, down to the 25. Big hole, down to the 35, and still going at the 36-yard line. Taken down, and that actually backfired on the Indianapolis Colts. A mere speed, once again, with the tackle for the Indianapolis Colts. So we'll take that. The man they call Jason Thompson, greeting from the Social Sports Bad Podcast. What's up, brother? Glad you can join us today. And I'm glad you all could join me on this random rambling. Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner are on the broadcast call, so I don't know why you're here, but you know what? I enjoy your company. I'm glad we can ramble and suffer together like men. And I'm very happy about that. 1st and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 4 wide out set. Freiermuth in motion to the left-hand side. 4 on the line for the Colts. Najee Harris to the right of Mitch Trubisky in the gun. Snap down, handoff over to Najee Harris. That's a big hole in front of him. Gets to the first down marker a little bit more. Still going and rumbling on his feet. Past midfield to the 49-yard line. Gain of 15. Far side for Najee Harris. His best run of the game. First down, Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, Liam, what happened with that kickoff? It's just lack of coverage. And Igwe actually had a pretty good return. And David Krantz for 10. I still think the Steelers will pull it out, and I'll go 3-0 in my Pick'em League. Also, the Chargers finally fired Staley about 4 weeks too late. Fuck Spanos. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I mean, but they should have fired him last year. Out of the gun again, just past midfield. Najee to the right-hand side. 4 wide out set, rushing 5. Down, has pressure in his face, and he's going to get eaten alive in the backfield. Zaire Franklin. Or, sorry, that's, not Zaire Franklin. That's going to be Dayo Odeyingbo. But there is a flag on the play. What is the flag on? This will be a loss of about 5 if it stands. Holding on the defense, 10-yard penalty, 15-yard difference, and it's a first down for the Steelers. The Venmo has come in for the refs, and that's going to be a penalty on... trying to think who that's on. That's actually going to be Jalen Jones, the rookie out of Texas A&M. Oh, he just wrapped him up, and then Deontay just went down. So, pretty easy penalty there. So, got to enjoy it. The kisser of titties now in field goal range. 13-7 Pittsburgh. 10-15 and ticking in the first quarter. Calvin Austin fakes motion. Motion again. Jalen Warren single back set. Toss to the strong side over to Jalen Warren. That's a big hole in front of him. First down and more. Down to the 30-yard line. And still kicking. That's going to be Julian Blackmon, fourth-year player out of Utah, in on the tackle. But I think this might be coming back. This could be a hold on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it is a penalty on the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is a holding penalty on Mason Cole, the center. Yeah, he's grabbing jersey. They're going to call that every time. So that's a spot foul. And it's going to be about a second and probably roughly 17, 18. We'll see about that. But we will definitely see. There's a lot of fogs. There's a lot of yellow paper in on the field. Let's throw them flags. It's a 1st and 11, the very rare 1st and 11. Take a picture. You don't see this all that often. And they got to move back to like a little bit. And the running back report's coming up. And yeah, Najee, you got to give the ball more to Jalen Warren. He is the one with the rock. Mason Cole's always a double agent. I mean, we should have had Creed Humphrey or Quinn Meinertz, but yeah, I still like that 2021 draft, but yeah, not much to do about that. Darnell Washington in motion, 1st and 16 now. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right-hand side. Trubisky with a lot of time. He's going to chuck it deep. And it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Indianapolis Colts. And we're down to the 29. He just chucked up a prayer. Nick Cross with the interception, and that's what Kissin' Titties does. Yeah, why can't we win a battle? George Pickens should have jumped up higher. What is he doing? That was a Chase Claypool type of catch. Lordy, lordy, lordy. This is what the Pittsburgh Steelers do. We got to bring out the Jeebus Cross for Chris Hufford, and we need Jeebus today because we are suffering. And Mitch, the kisser of titties, is arm punting, and our defense sucks. Yeah. It is what it is. Pittsburgh, please come to our games. We have towels, enough piece of shit for quarterbacks, some Super Bowls, and diversity at head coach. We are no longer plagued by the evils of Matt Canada. We will be going to the Super Bowl, but we have to buy tickets. I need to go easy on that voice or else it's going to shred me. We got praise to Jeebus. That is triple. Mitch Trubisky channeling his Joe Flacco. Definitely Mitch Trubisky. That's a classic Mitch Trubisky fucking chuck, boys. A total fucking chuck. Well, Pickens got more than mossed. I mean, that's a contested catch that Pickens should make, but he didn't. How does George Pickens get mossed? That's crazy. It is definitely one of those games. Definitely one of those games. Thank you again, Chris, as well. And once again, thank you all for joining me. I have 2,500 people that are somehow still here, and I appreciate you. You could be watching Tom stream and doing all that fun stuff, but here's a hint. I will be on later, though. I will say that. It's all good. Well, the last game, the problem is the Steelers are, it's what we do. And David Krantz for 20. If I agree with you on that tree, if Spanos were a smart man, he would have fired Staley after the Jags debacle. Oh, yeah. Like, dude, he was getting bailed out of his own incompetence all year. But we know he has no balls. You could have saved Herbert from this hellish season. Spanos is lucky. Tepper is worse. Well, Tepper hasn't tried to move the team yet to a city that doesn't care about him. But time will tell there. And DE3D for 2. What if the Steelers had Staley and Canada? Oh, God. It'd be terrible. We'd just be going for it nonstop. And the Colts have 19 games with a takeaway, and it just continued because Mitch Kiss and Titties fucked the ball. They definitely fucked the ball. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Zach Moss right-hand side. Mo Alley Cox fakes motion. 3 wide out set. 5 on the line for the Steelers. Handoff strong side over to Zach Moss. Gains maybe 2, not much else. Alex Highsmith was in on the tackle. Going to be down at about the 31 for a 2nd and 8. Yeah, you had 1 deep, and Trubisky doesn't see the safety, and yeah. Pickens should have had that, but I guess not. 2nd and 8 coming up with 9 minutes and ticking, 13-7. The Steelers lead, but it is precarious. Shotgun formation again, 2 wide out set. Zach Moss once again in the backfield, fakes the handoff. Burster in his face, has to roll out of the pocket. He'll throw it immediately. It's wide open, but it's caught. Michael Pittman with a helmet catch, too. Oh, he took a nasty hit. And I think he did catch that, but there are flags all over the place. That's going to be an extra 15 yards. Oh, Lord. That was a nasty lick. And he is down. Like, that is... Jesus. That was dirty. That was fucking dirty, man. Like, that might be an ejection. Because that was just blatant as hell. And there is no defense for that. Like, DeMonte KZ is just, yeah, he's getting ejected. We're in Trenton Thompson time. BST, I'm glad you can make it, man. I mean, yeah, Pittman is, they are going down on 1 knee, and Pittman just took a nasty lick. Like, there's no excuse for that. Like, KZ should be suspended for shit. Well, this took, it's incomplete and a personal foul, 15-yard automatic first down. Yep, 23 has been disqualified. DeMonte KZ has been disqualified. I am not shocked about that. Like, I would suspend KZ immediately. Like, there's no excuse for that shit. That was blatant headhunting. And, like, there is legitimately no excuse. Pittman is up, thank God. But, as I said, that was a blatant just helmet-to-helmet hit. He was charging. And... we are now in Trenton Thompson stage, but as I said, there's just no excuse for that. None. That was a blatant helmet-to-helmet hit. Just blatant. And I'm usually for defense, but that was just inexcusable. Like, that was just Mike Mitchell-style targeting. And Pittman, thank God he's up, but, yeah. We'll keep going here. Veggie Bad for 10. Thanks for the stream's treat. Got myself a new job and now watching you go full Yinzer as I set everything up for work. Dude, congratulations, brother. Well done on the new job, Veggie. I hope you do well. Keep up the good work and always go full Yinzer. Never restrain it. Yeah, I agree. I mean, dude. I mean, we'll see if we restrain it, but I mean, the Steelers are doing a good job of, yeah, Pittman's just going right to the locker room, and I do not blame him for it. It's, that was a nasty lick. He should not come back. That was just... Drew Toya for 10. As a Colts fan, can you please win so we can stop our false hope we are a playoff team? I mean, dude, there's false hope all over the place. If the Steelers win, it's false hope. Colts win, it's false hope. You never know. You never know. Edge in the legend for 2. Steelers, Belichick Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I agree. And Sessmeister, your early Super Bowl prediction? Shit, right now, Niners, Ravens. I mean, it's probably not, but we'll see. And Omega Recon Gamer Steelers are the only team in the division with a bad backup. I can't believe in 2023 Joe Flacco is good. What a weird world. Ravens go Super Bowl. I mean, Trubisky's a decent backup, but it's just like he's a significant downgrade over Pickett. They need Pickett back bad. Everyone's saying like he's bad, but like Pickett's bad, but like dude, it's 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. They're lucky that wasn't a catch. Josh Downs goes back in motion. Zach Moss in the backfield. Snap down. 4-man rush. Still looking. Pressure in his face off the throw immediately. And I think, did he catch that? No, they're going to rule it incomplete. And there are multiple Steelers down, including Minka, who is, yeah. Alec Pierce nearly caught that, but he just deflected it. Minka with the deflection. And Minka is once again down, and great. And we might have to get the card out. That might be a knee injury. So the Steelers are now down 2 safeties in 2 plays. That's great. This is not ideal. And that might be season for Minka if that's worst case scenario. But yeah. This is definitely DE3D. What the fuck is this game? I don't know. I don't know what this game is. It's we're not even at halftime yet. So Logan, I mean, dude, $600 miracle. I mean, dude, if it involves you getting $600, I don't blame you, dude. I do not blame you. And All-Terrain Nation, so it's normal Steelers ball. Yeah, it is. I agree it is. Well, Alex, that wasn't a dirty play by Alec Pierce. He tried to grab for the ball. That's different. But yeah, definitely so. AAA Telesco lasted 11 years too long because he had the injury excuse and like a few other things as well. He had great quarterbacks. That's what bailed him out. That game, bad depth and poor coaching kind of sealed his long overdue pink slip. Dude, he couldn't secure depth for his team worth a damn. His drafting record was spotty, and the J.C. Jackson signing killed him. Like, if he didn't flop, like, you may have had a chance, but yeah. Yeah, definitely. Joe Batson, football hell should be replaced with false hope. Yeah, it's always false hope. You know that. The whole league would be in false hope then. And Jack, for 2, how do you feel about the Jags will do at the first 4 games? It depends how Trevor Lawrence does. Fortunate thing is you have Carolina and Tennessee, so you will make the playoffs. But do you win division? I don't know. I think you do, because Indianapolis, they don't scare me. And Houston's without C.J. Stroud. I think they've lost their magic. Oh, Renee, Tomlin's never getting fired. You know that. Liddy Banner 96 is a Titans fan. Season's probably over, but really excited for potential future with Levis and Spears, even with the roster turnover. Happy holidays. Yeah, I mean, dude, like, just launched into him. Like, that's a blatant ejection for Casey. Like, there's no excuse for that shit in the NFL, man. Like, that was blatant helmet to helmet. And yeah, I mean, Levis, like, he at least showed something in that final drive, but Miami's defense just sold. It was bad. 2nd and 10, shotgun formation again from the Indianapolis 46-yard line, and we will continue on with the misery. Pressure at the line, rushing 5, hands it off over to Zach Thomas, and he actually fakes it to Alec Pearson. It's a first down. Pat Pete in on the tackle, and we're now in Steeler territory at the 41-yard line. We'll see. Quick screen over to Josh Downs. Has a bit of hole in front of him. Can't get much, though. Trenton Thompson, the replacement safety, in on the tackle. Gains about 5. Clock ticking 8:05. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here, but unfortunately, things happen. Things definitely happen. Patrick M. Oof, I was not expecting an injury bull today. Shit, yeah. Yeah, I don't think any of us were. 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line. 4 wide out set. Zach Moss left. Handoff over to the side. Gets maybe 2. Not going to get much else, though. He's going to be stuffed at the line by Miles Killebrew, 8th-year player to Southern Utah State. Gains about 3, another replacement safety. So we are now down to Trenton Thompson and Miles Killebrew. I'm trying to figure out who else the backup is right now, because we are down 2 safeties. Yeah, we're down to our final two safeties, Miles Killebrew and Trenton Thompson. We'll probably be playing cornerbacks there too. So Darius Rush, Shandon Sullivan, and that's pretty much it. So they are down to bare bones. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Colts. Shotgun formation. Moves back in motion. Snap down. 4-man rush. Still looking. Has to evade pressure. Watt on his tail. He's going to get... Actually, I think he's done it just before the first down marker. So it's going to be a 4th down and inches. Minshew began his slide early, and it's going to be a 4th down. What do they do? What do they do? I think they're going to go for it because it is... I mean... You go for the kill. It's just the modern NFL. I would take the points, but considering how Matt Gay just shanked the kick wide, I would not try anything fancy. But I think this is going to be short. They are actually going to try for the field goal. I'm surprised by that, but I mean, honestly, it's a safe bet, and I'd take it. Yeah, there's no reason to challenge it. He started to slide before. I'm surprised about that. I thought he'd dive for it, but that would have left him open for a hit. They're going to measure. It is going to be just short. It is going to be like literal inches short. Yeah, Moss is out too, huh? Oh, jeez. I should have known that. My bad. So we are down to practice squad fodder at this rate. Trey Sermon and... Jeez, what else is there? Yeah, 4th and 1. They are actually bringing back out the regular unit. So Gardner Minshew once again out there. 4th and 1. 6:47 left in the second quarter. Well, Skywalker, the problem was, like, it was a blatant helmet-to-helmet hit. They're trying to get rid of that shit. 4th and 1 coming up for the Indianapolis Colts. Minka has a little something on his hand for the broken hand, and he is just still walking it off, so... We'll see how he gets back, but time will tell. Clock is ticking. Single back set for the Indianapolis Colts. Trey Sermon now in the backfield. Pressure on the line. And it's going to be a timeout. Who's the timeout on? Is it going to be Pittsburgh or is it going to be on... we're not figuring out yet. Are they just doing a false alarm or what's going on here? Well, Matthew, I mean, they're going to go for it on 4th and 1 every time, especially this early. I mean, I feel like they should go for the points, but what do I know? Single back set. Once again, Trey Sermon in the backfield. Handoff over to Sermon. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more, and a lot more, actually. He's going to be down at about the 20. Solid blocking by the Indianapolis Colts. Gains 10. Pat P pushes him out of bounds, far side. And we're still going. Giovanni Rizzotti for 10. I hope for a 2012 rematch, but I'm paranoid. My biggest ick about the Ravens is execution and not playing 100% ball on all 3 sides. We know what we're capable of, and we need to take advantage of it. Yeah, that's my biggest concern about the Ravens. Like, they don't finish games. That's my issue. Like, if they can do that, they are the contender. 1st and 10 again for the Indianapolis Colts. Zach Moss back in the game. Single back set, 2 tight end set, right-hand side. Snap down. Holds it over to Moss. Tries to get Brace as 1 defender. Has a couple and a little bit more. Actually, this is not Zach Moss. This is somebody else. Gains about 9. It says Daniel Scott. This is Goodson, actually. Yeah, Tyler Goodson, first-year player out of Iowa. They have him on the practice squad. So that's why I thought it was Zach Moss. My bad. But it's a 2nd and 1 coming up, and Minka is still sitting on the bench, unfortunately. And Austin Williams for 5. Where's Sean Davis when you need him? Dude, Sean Davis was never good. Come on, man. He was like backup at best. Dude, where's Ryan Mundy at? Woodland Hills represent. 2nd and 1. Here comes Paris Campbell. That goes DJ Montgomery in motion. Handoff over to Goodson again. Gets the first down a little bit more into the goal line territory. Gains about 10. Miles Killebrew and Trenton Thompson were in on the tackle there, and the Indianapolis Colts are just imposing their will. And... this is what happens when you arm punt and your defense is it relies on 4-man rushes. They're just going over it. They're just exposing them. And this is unfortunately what happens. Vince Farbaugh, no update on Minka just yet. He is still sitting on the bench, but they're just trying to heal it out. Shotgun formation again, and it's going to be no false start, but it's going to be a gain of about 1, maybe at best. Goodson once again in on the play and gains about 1, maybe. So 420, smoke him if you got him left in the second quarter. Minka has not been ruled out yet. Oh, dude. No, Osterhus. Artie Burns is in Seattle. He's currently injured. I think they just ruled Minka out. Yeah, that's not good. You're out 2 safeties. It's definitely not good there. I am not happy about that. Second and goal at the 8.5 yard line. Goodson back in the game to the right-hand side. 4 wide out set. 5 on the line for the Pittsburgh Steelers out of the nickel. Holds down. Takes the snap. Pressure in his face. Throws the screen over to Goodson. Gets past the defender. Moves forward. Does he have the touchdown? Yes, he does. So Landon Roberts is beaten. It is a touchdown, Indianapolis. We are, this was a golden opportunity, and you fucked it, boys. You fucked it. Blew it! Yeah. This is great. That's a touchdown. It crosses the line. Goodson with the touchdown. Oh, it actually is down at the 2. Never mind. It is not a touchdown. So we'll have to play that again if that's the case. But Goodson is down at about the 2 yard line. So we have a 3rd and goal coming up. Never mind. Lord Pickle Pittman's probably out. I mean, that was a nasty lick he took. So that's probably a concussion there. So yeah, he is down. Tyler Goodson is down at the 2 yard line. They're going to bring this back. So I blew that game. I fucked the ball, kids. I fucked the ball. Oh, Tropical Pyramid. I'm having the greatest blast in the world. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? 3rd and goal coming up for the Indianapolis Colts. So the Steelers somehow still have a chance. Whew. Somehow 3,000 people are watching this stuff. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for watching this bullshit. We've got a lot of madness coming up. You could be doing something better with your lives, but you're watching me suffer. We're suffering together like men. And we enjoy that. Thank you very much. Oh, it's always Tommy Ism's fault. You know that. Mark Keller for 5. Hopium Bowl. I would rather them miss the playoffs than to be embarrassed. There are better teams that would do better in the playoffs. Yeah, for both teams. 3rd and goal coming up for the Indianapolis Colts out of the shotgun again. Tight end in motion. Bunch set right-hand side. Trey Sermon in the game now. Hands off. He's going to quickly throw it. He had him and overthrew his shot. Ogletree was the attempted wide receiver. Gardner Minshew had it, and he misfired. That was an easy touchdown, and they fucked the ball. They fucked the ball again, and that's just a fluke performance. Like, that should have been an easy 6. But, unfortunately, he completely misdrew Ogletree, and now you are in 4th down territory, and you are going for it again. 4th and goal. A golden opportunity wasted here at the 1.5 yard line. Trey Sermon to the right-hand side of Gardner Minshew in the shotgun bunch set formation. Tight end left-hand side. Josh Downs in motion from right to left. Fakes motion. Steelers with 4 on the line. Snap down. Quickly looks. Has pressure in his face. Has to run for it. Throws. Caught. Tucked. Actually, wait. He dropped it. He dropped it. DJ Montgomery had an easy touchdown and he dropped it. Buddy, I got bad news for you. You fucked the ball. He fucked the ball. The bullshit's real. The high-end talent's real. It's all because of a block punt, a drop pass, and a missed throw. High-end talent. Oh, Lord. This is the Steelers' season. It's endless bullshit. And the Steelers, it's now 13-7. Maybe we'll unpunt it back and we'll be okay. But a golden opportunity pissed away by the Colts. That is high quality fucking of the ball. They blew it. Oh, they blew it, boy. They really fucking blew it. Whew. Penises were definitely slammed in the car door. But, yeah. This is one of the games of our time, kids. The Steelers maxed out the luck stat a long time ago. Are you kidding me? Whew. It's me, Donnie, for 5 Canadians. There are Detroit Pistons video coming soon. They're close to breaking the record for the longest losing streak in NBA history. 22 straight for the Detroit Pistons. It's Cade Cunningham and a bunch of shit. Whew. It's definitely something. Whew. Alex Cohn for 5. This has been the strangest NFL season. 2017 playoff vibes with the QBs right now. It's all backups. And the quality of the play has gone to shit. Like, it is bad. CJ Leader for 5. Fun fact, for some odd reason, I couldn't tell you were a Steelers fan for the first 3 years I started watching you in 2017. It was a very frustrating time to be a Steelers fan because, I mean, they were bailed out by high-end talent. I mean, they were 13-3, but it was very deceiving if you looked at it because they get bailed out by high-end talent on the final drive, and they got exposed by Jacksonville. And then 18 happened, and yeah. Mr. Big Brain, that's why you stick to the fundamentals. I mean, that should have been a touchdown. You had 2 great plays. It's just piss-poor execution. That's what happened there. And if it weren't for that piss-poor execution, I mean, yeah. Mr. Waifu Taker for 5 Canadian. Hey, Trees, sorry I haven't been watching your videos lately as I've personally been eating crap. I still love your content no matter what. Dude, you don't have to apologize for not watching. I respect you for being here either way. You know how it is? You don't have to apologize for not watching or whatever. I understand things change. People come and go. I get it. So don't feel bad, man. It's going to be a handoff to Najee Harris. He's going to get pushed forward a little bit. Still pushing. He actually gains about 2. They actually let him go. That was very generous. But DJ Montgomery had an easy touchdown, and he fucked the ball. He did not survive the ground. It is premium fucking of the ball. Steeler check, yes, Minka has been hurt. Apparently, he is out. More than that. It is now 2nd and 8, so they get a little bit of breathing room with 2:47 and ticking. Remember, Colts get ball to start the second half. Allen Robinson in motion. Goes back in motion to Deontay Johnson. Handoff over to Najee Harris. Has a bit of a hole. Can't get much, though. Gains about 4. And he's going to be taken down for about maybe 6 or 7. Juju Brents was in on the tackle, and he's celebrating like he celebrated a big time. But it's going to be a 3rd and relatively manageable. They're just trying to get the ball out of the end zone right now. So first down's gravy, especially with this god-awful offense. Whew. King Barrelmaker for 2. Tomorrow's the 6-year anniversary of Jesse James. He should have been down at the 1. Fuck you. That's what they do to me. They give me hope, and it fucks you. Beast of Mount 1989. I'm only here because I like to watch things die from a distance. Vicariously, I live while the whole world dies. You all need it too, don't lie. Tool Vicarious, dude. That's the best way to do it. Great song, by the way. Why can't we just admit it? We won't give pause until the blood's flowing. That's all I'm going to say, man. Gruntled Wookie for 10. Hey, Tree, glad to join you for a stream. Thank you, brother. Thank you for joining me. As a Charlotte alumni, it's always cool for me to see Ogunjobi and Highsmith on the same defense, doing my school proud out there. Dude, thank you. And, I mean, they've been solid for us. Highsmith has really come into his own, and Ogunjobi, I'm shocked they actually brought him back. I thought he was going to leave and get a bigger contract, but he's been a big part of that interior defensive line. D3D for 2. Take part of my college fund. You deserve it. No, you got to pay off that college, man. Those interest rates are fucking ridiculous. Word of advice, dude. Pay off your college tuition while you can. Don't let it sit through minimum payments because at the end of the day, it's just going to accrue interest. And you have to pay off extra principal. That's the only way you really pay everything off. And I'm doing the same with my mortgage. But at the same time, it's just, it's a pain in the ass. I get it. But you got to pay it off while you can. The interest rates are fucking predatory. It's fucking bullshit. Evan Doko for 10. Senor Tree, would you ever take a shot at the Champions League soccer? No, I don't know enough about it. That's the problem. I'd have to outsource a good chunk of it because I just don't know enough. I don't know the culture of Champions League or Premier League or any of the leagues in general, so that would be an issue on my front. And Mr. Big Brain, no, I mean Tomlin stuck the fundamentals, never changes and gets lucky on averages. Never change, Mike. Calls decade-long extension. Oh, dude, don't give R2 ideas. He'll do it. Baron Von Noob, much love from Amsterdam, bro. You're my fave sports guy. Dude, watching from Amsterdam at 11 o'clock at night. Well done. Dude, respect. Definite respect. 2,700 people still watching. Oh, dude, there's plenty of backup QB hell. Even some of the starters are backups. It's all backups. Well, Michael H. Bennett doesn't have mobility either. Like, he's cooked. He was cooked for a couple years. It's that elbow that just messed him up. It's either like short passes or go routes where it's just you hope the wide receiver makes a catch. Well, Noble Mile, I mean, the problem is like, I think I have a theory on the injuries. It's just because players are stronger, faster, more agile than ever. And you can't develop bones, joints, and ligaments. So that's why everything breaks down. You're training more for strength instead of longevity. And the body's not meant to just contort and twist in the ways that NFL players do. Kurzov for 2. Will the Panthers win another game this year? The Bears fans hope they don't. 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Jaylen Warren now in the game. At the 8-yard line, Connor Hayward in motion. 3 wide out, set 4 on the line for the Indianapolis Colts. Pass him in the nickel. Snap down in his own end zone. Trubisky's going to throw another arm punt. He actually caught it. Deontay Johnson, there is a flag. We'll see what it's on. If it stands, it's going to be at the 26. But we will absolutely see. We'll see what the penalty is. Pass interference on the defense, and the penalty will be declined. It is a first down. The Steelers get out of a tricky situation out at the 26. That's Juju Brents that was in on the penalty. I could have gone either way, but they're going to always side on the arrow of offense on that way. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. I do see your chats, by the way. I will get to them eventually. And, Baron Von Noob, you're on the night shift. Dude, I mean, at least that works out for you, though. I mean, I used to do night shift, not fun. Shotgun formation for Trubisky again. Hands off on the delay to Jaylen Warren. Gets a little bit of action. Not much, though. Gains maybe 2 at best. Before he's taken down by E.J. Speed at the far side. 1:43 and ticking in the second quarter. You're just hoping for a field goal to make it back to an 8-score game. Or a 2-score game. No huddle out of the shotgun. 4-man rush. Trubisky looks. He'll throw the quick check down over to Allen Robinson. And he gains maybe about 5. You got to move a little faster, boys. You have all 3 of your timeouts. Tomlin, start using them. Come on. Actually, is anyone using their timeouts? I don't know. I think they're all content to go in the half. 1:10 and ticking. 3rd and 3 at the 32-yard line. Trubisky out of the single back set with Jaylen Warren behind him. Now drops back to the shotgun with Jaylen Warren to his right. 3 wide out set, going out of the no huddle. Passive nickel for the Indianapolis Colts. 4-man rush. Quickly looks, throws a check down, and he just missed his target. Pat Frymuth was wide open, and he just missed him. And it's incomplete with 54 seconds left, and now they're going to have to punt. Trubisky just missed. I don't know. He had him, and he just missed. Like, that's not a Frymuth. That's Trubisky. Beast him out for 10. Seriously, King Barrelmaker, don't remind me of the worst birthday of my life. That play made me throw a glass bowl into the towel. Then the fake spike spent me in the fetal position for 2 hours. Yeah. Dude, I remember I was at work and I was just slamming my tray repeatedly. I was just fucking pissed. After the fair catch, no, it's actually going to be returned by Josh Downs at about the 15. Gets a little bit of pressure, goes down to about the 25 with 44 seconds left. All 3 timeouts for both sides. So the Colts can do something with it, but they find ways to fuck the ball, so the Steelers somehow have the lead. Austin Williams for 5. Who would you love to see as the OC, and what are your thoughts on Big Ben being a potential OC candidate? No, I don't want Big Ben near the team with a 10-foot pole. If there's going to be anybody, I kind of feel like it'll be Mark Whipple because he got the best out of Kenny Pickett in college, and I think they're going to get him for it. And I'm not that impressed with Mark Whipple, so I think it's either going to be a promotion from within, someone cheap, or Mark Whipple. That's what it's going to be. Mega Doomer, we got to bring out the Jeebus because this game desperately needs Jeebus. This is just a mess. Watching the game with the volume down and volume up with Urinating Tree calling the game. Hell yeah. Ugly and luck is the Steelers' MO. Merry Christmas, Yinzers, and Merry Christmas to you all too. 2,700 people. Colts starting at the 26-yard line out of the shotgun. Indianapolis receiving the second half kickoff, by the way, as well. All 3 timeouts for both sides. Steelers showing pressure at the line with 6. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Stunt at the front line. Minshew's going to throw down the middle. Caught by DJ Montgomery. He has a lot of action in front of him. That's a big gain down to the 40. You're already in field goal range, so... Yeah. I mean, Leftwich would be another, but that's insular. I didn't like Leftwich in 2022. That was awful. But a hole in the zone, and Landon Roberts just missed his guy. He was reading the quarterback. He didn't see the wide receiver. He tried to go for the strip, and no luck. DJ Montgomery atoning for his faux pas earlier in the game. Pittman officially ruled out. Yeah, I'm not shocked at all. Not shocked at all. Planeta for 2. Was the Chargers game greatest game material? God, no. That was just a disaster. Pilot Zag for 5. Can't wait for you to make a video on Mullins' 3 failed QB sneak attempts. Vikings couldn't trust Trichan to get 1 yard when he over 120. I mean, it's Nick Mullins cost him that game. Like, Nick Mullins was he was garbage. First and 10 on the fringes of field goal range. 35 seconds left. 2 timeouts. Colts out of the shotgun. Trey Sermon to the right-hand side. 4-man rush for the Colts. Have to get it out quickly. He'll just chuck it deep. And are they going to call PI? Yep, they're calling PI. Joey Porter Jr. was grabbing him the whole way. Alec Pierce was the attempted receiver near side, and that is an easy PI. And Joey Porter Jr. is just going to plead his case. There's going to be no luck. Yeah, I mean, dude, they're going to call that on the defense every time. So it's the official chuck and duck. It is the official chuck and duck. David Krantz for 10, one of my favorite Christmas songs. It's Christmas Time Again by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I hope you have a good time. Hope Mama gets her shopping done. I agree. I hope you guys have gotten your shopping done too. I'm pretty close. I still got to get a few things as well, but it's a first and 10. Now in precarious field position because our key defense apparently can't stop shit. We're at the 14-yard line. Goes in motion, fakes the snap, quickly throws, and that would have been a touchdown, but he threw it just in front of Alec Pierce, and that just falls harmlessly to the ground, incomplete. So, yeah, I mean, Minshew's just missing throws. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, Royden? Oh, dude, 2 plays, 70 yards. I mean, the defense is supposed to be good, so you tell me. You tell me. Second and 10 coming up, 27 seconds left. Gardner Minshew 13 for 20 with almost 175 passing yards on the day. Goodson to his right-hand side. 2 wide out set. 2 tight ends to the right. 4 on the line for the Steelers. Snap down. Still looking. Has time. Throws it quickly over to DJ Montgomery, and that is an easy touchdown. 22 seconds left, and the Steelers aren't stopping shit. This is fucking terrible. This is, yeah. This is, Steelers had a golden opportunity and they're pissing it. That's what happens. And Colts get ball second half. They can bury this team. So, I mean, this defense sucks. And I know they're going to blame injuries, but once again, they're getting out-schemed. So, here's what it is. I mean, you already had your high-end talent moment, and, we'll see if Matt Gay can miss another field goal here. Snap down, kick is up, and it's good. So the Colts officially have the lead, and yeah. But yeah, DJ Montgomery definitely made up for that drop there. So it technically should be something like 24-13. But the Colts have been pissing away a lot of opportunities. The Steelers are lucky they're in this game. But yeah, I mean, G-Dog, they're going to blame it on injuries because they're out of safeties. But yeah, honestly, like, you should probably move Joey Porter Jr. to safety. It's just, it's bad defense. And they're just getting exposed. And yeah, that's really what it is. That is really what it is. And yeah, Steeler football is definitely happening right now. The Steeler football is definitely happening. And, yeah. Colts fans, the false hope is real. But, I mean, with the Steelers right now, it's... What can you do? What can you fucking do? Well, Ryan XB, like, also Minka's out, too. Yeah, well, it should be 41. Matt Gay out to kick it off. 22 seconds left. They're just going to squib it into the end zone for a touchback. Igwe Beakwe just lets it go. 13-14. We'll see if the Steelers can pull off the bullshit, but Mitch Trubisky will probably pull an arm punt. So, yeah. Oh, dude. Hot Wheels, the Panthers would do this shit all the time. Are you kidding me? It's going to be bad, dude. Oh, 5 points is in the chance. Oh. Hey, Baldy, how you doing? Steelers suck ass. And we're just getting exposed because we're out of linebackers and safeties, and our defense can't get pressure. So, yeah. First and 10. Snap down. 4-man rush. Let's see if we can do something here. They're just going to throw it quickly, and it's just underthrown incomplete. Deontay Johnson was the attempted wide receiver, but that's really about it. That's definitely really about it. Pateka for 50 Czech dollar reduced. Thank you, brother. I like hockey. I want to watch the NHL, but then I see all the games are at 2 a.m. and I'm sad. That's the problem. I think, too, you could do highlights as well, but for the most part, it's, yeah. It's rough, especially being 6 hours out of the way. I mean, you do get Czech League, but it's, I mean, you could watch Yager with the Kladno Knights. Maybe Tomas Plakanec. 2nd and 10 at the 25. I wonder if the Colts will get another chance here. Snap down. 4-man rush. Jalen Warren pinching. He'll just chuck it deep. And it's nearly picked. George Pickens was the attempted wideout, and it was just nowhere near anyone. The closest player there was Juju Brents, and he had a chance at a pick that would have been a fine arm putt, but unfortunately they're not getting anywhere. And DeForest Buckner just a solid stunt, couldn't get there, and yeah. I picked a really good time for, oh dude, Nami Fufu, don't worry, that's Tomlin's baby. Don't you know that? You can't blasphemize Tomlin's grand offensive scheme. Are you crazy? 3rd and 10 coming up. 3 wide out set. I wonder if they'll fuck the ball. Tap down. 4-man rush. He'll just throw a check down over to Jalen Warren. It's a 1st down. But I think they're just going to let it easily go to halftime. And yeah, they're just going to let it go to halftime. And the Indianapolis Colts have the lead. And the Pittsburgh Steelers had a golden opportunity and they pissed it. And this is definitely fun. This is definitely a fun time. We had a soft schedule, and we are pissing it because this is the Mike Tomlin special, and they have no defense, and our offense sucks. Crash back to reality. I wish they would have done this earlier, so I would have stopped caring. But yeah. This is the sad part is they shouldn't even be in this game. It should be like 24-13. But the Colts are like fringe too. They'll probably make the playoffs. I mean, they deserve it more than the Steelers right now. That's all I can say. But we are officially at halftime. And they might go 5-25. It's mainly all we can say about that. It's not fun. Evan Doko for 5. I do love your World Cup video. Thank you, brother. I wanted to do one this past year, but I just never had the time to do it. Winter was just too busy, especially come December, January. And I just wasn't able to do it. And by that time, it was too late. So that was one of my regrets of the year. I wish I could have done a World Cup video. Ryan Graham for 5. Any chance of a Clickbait Sports super live stream with everybody, regardless of if their team's in it? We've talked about it. But the question is finding the right time. Is it the only real times to do it are either the Super Bowl or the NFL draft? And then you get into like monetary arguments and then you get into random stuff like that. The easiest way would be to split it 50-50, but you don't know about that. Chris Huffer for 5. Who are the Mets of the NFL, NBA, and NHL? Oh, the Mets of the NFL are the Chargers. The NBA's Mets are probably Clippers. Well, not even the Clippers. I'd probably say it's more the old team that did well, probably the Pistons. Maybe worse than the Pistons. Maybe the Sixers. Probably the Sixers. And the NHL, the Mets there would probably be the Flames. Or maybe the Islanders. Could be. Beast of Metal for 2. I'm off to a different live stream Tuesday. Definitely Beast. Glad you can join us, my man. Take care, brother. And Death Wish fire Tomlin. Dude, they're never firing Tomlin. You know that. Even though he's been well past his expiration date for a while, it's just... there's nothing much you can do there. Lincoln Sprague for 10. Hiya Tree, how's it going, man? Not good. Not good, unfortunately. It's Steeler football is happening, and we are suffering indeed. Let me change it to halftime here. I am not very happy. Not a happy man. Not very happy at all. BeastML 1989. Although, on a related note, keep Brock Beard in mind when you guys go rating at the half. He's a self-professed fan of yours since 2006. Ooh, Brock Beard. Honestly, ooh, I'll have to look up Brock Beard. I'll definitely have to. You've given the hint, and we'll probably do a raid in a little bit, too. Is Brock Beard live streaming right now? Yes, he is. He is actually live streaming right now. The 2000 Winston 500. Interesting. But in the meantime, I know exactly who to raid. We are raiding Mr. Tom frickin' Grossi, who's doing the 8-hour fundraiser stream. And he's got 2,000 people rocking out with their cocks out for this, and it's really enjoyable, my man. So in the meantime, let's get that raid going. We got a raid like motherfuckers, dude.
How are you?
Atmosphere, they taped 2 SmackDowns, too. So, like, by the end of the night, people were kind of wiped out.
I know he's doing an interview right now,
I forgot because
so
they did back-to-back ones. I forgot about that. Yeah, so how did you even meet Adam Pearce though? Because like you have been a wrestling fan for like forever.
Yeah, coolest story. And
ooh,
I don't know.
We got Steel Twins raid. What's up, brother?
Fans, but basically the on-air general manager, the authority figure of the Monday Night Raw show, turned out to be a really huge Packer fan. And
we got all
Adam
the raid.
started following me, I think, when I was still at the Press Gazette.
The raid.
And just like anything,
of the
Twitter,
raid,
just like
and the Steelers are sucking
get
ass.
to know people.
Good times.
Cool
but you know what? Since the Steel Twins raided me, let's raid them back.
He enjoys
Steel Twins
NFL,
raid. I'm going to respond in
fan.
kind.
I've always enjoyed
so let's do
wrestling in the WWE. Well, one thing I always kind of had in my back pocket that I wanted to tell him once I was actually kind of comfortable was,
you know what? Let's raid.
He actually main evented the first ever independent wrestling
show.
So
the Steelers they're Steelering again.
So in Green Bay, Wisconsin,
JPJ, who's covering Alec Pierce, and then led to DJ Montgomery making another play, which led to his first.
It's counter raid time,
touchdown.
boys.
Put some bourbon in the eggnog. You're gonna need it. Good idea.
I think
it
we
is
have it
counter
somewhere.
raiding time.
We have it stored.
This
somewhere.
is the Steel Twins. We're
That's
raiding
as far as
them
the
now.
points
Let's
go.
go.
Can't forget about the
Joey
whole
Wagner raid.
Monte
Joey Wagner
Casey.
wouldn't be a bad one either.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to think. I know the Steel Twins did raid,
Going
so we
down
got a
to
counter raid.
Israel.
What happened in
We're
this
responding
house,
kind.
bro? We got your name tree in the chat. It says counter raid.
Counter raid.
God, man, what the fuck is going on, Tree, bro? What is going on? This team, bro, I swear, we were up 13-0, and we just let the Colts come back and take the lead.
13 points. Talman decided to put on his slip-ons and freaking
sit back and just, let everything happen.
Relax.
Yep.
On a roasted
As I said, the
fire.
big issue right now with the Steelers, and I know
chugging on some
I'm just trying to
eggnog,
raid
he's
as
just
well.
like, you know
So
what? We did enough. We did our average.
He says golden chance, and we pissed it.
we pissed it. Yeah, I mean, they are pissing it. All right, we are absolutely pissing it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know it, man.
Michael Walker fucking sucks.
But
Dude,
definitely Steel Twins. I'll get them. But I will say,
yeah. So Holmes there as well, at least as good.
you know what? Since Beast of Metal mentioned it, I'll do Brock Beard because he had mentioned that he was an interesting target for a raid. Oh, we got a Grossi counter raid. What's up, Grossi? How you doing? It's all we got to do, man. It's all we got to do. But definitely, lots of Grossi raids going on. But I will do this. Let's do a Brock Beard raid.
So then Liv was a total awesome sport about it. And so then Steven sent me that text. And the funniest thing of all, at that part of the day, I was actually around the Lambeau Field property, but I was over at Titletown because
It's raiding time.
TV had their little get-together. So I ended up being over there while that was happening here. So I missed out.
Sends
but
his regards
someday
indeed.
along the line it'll work.
But
One of these days, you're gonna be there when they're actually there.
One of
Exciting things coming up here. We also have a upgrade to the LastCar website. Some of you who have traveled to the old domain at lastcar.info may have noticed a few changes to that.
Let's see if he responds
thanks
to the raid.
to
Let's see
those
if he
of you,
gets
especially those of you supporting the Derek Cope book.
Oh,
I've
Steelers
been able
always
to
go
hire
Super
a
Bowl.
web
They just got to buy
designer
tickets, dude.
to get the website kind of upgraded a bit. I've been meaning to do this for a while because it's kind of been squished in there.
Gruntled rookie watched the Panthers hire Staley because no coach worth their salt would take that job.
It's just kind of a little
they're
hard
probably
to
going to go
look
for
at,
Ben
I know.
Johnson.
And also
Dan
having
Quinn.
it kind of in dark mode.
That would
as well,
definitely
so I know
seems
people
like a
prefer
Panthers kind of
that,
move.
especially for
David
reading
Tepper will just throw money or
material on the
whatever.
internet. So we're working on that. The person that I hired on there is very enthusiastic about the project.
Christopher
We're gonna
Brickner,
have
Cleveland
a
Browns front
discussion
runners for
here
the injury bowl.
this
The
week,
Panthers too.
and
Panthers
hope to
are
have
definitely
that,
big.
finished up
They
and
are
ready to
definitely big
go,
injury bowl
by the
contenders.
beginning
Very
of
low key.
February,
Their
I'm gonna
defense
get
is
the
wrecked.
start of that too.
They were down to
So,
practice squad linebackers.
Yeah, we're gonna have. Oh goodness,
Justin-
we have quite a few people here. You're an A tree. Thank you so much for tuning in, buddy. Oh my goodness, we have royalty here in the comment section. Yep, we're gonna get started with Talladega in just a moment for everyone. But yeah, thank you everyone for, my goodness, tuning in here. Well, we're not gonna keep
Brock
you
Purdy
waiting too much
finally
longer.
got the
here.
raid. There you go, bro.
So yeah, I think that's
What's up?
about it. We got the site getting to go.
Definitely
We're
Brock Beard.
really excited.
Long-time
thank you
NASCAR
again,
broadcaster,
everyone,
by the way,
that's
so-
supporting the Derek
I
Cope
think
book
he
as
does
well.
some work
We have our
for
first book signing coming up this
MSN,
Thursday
the racing network,
at
I
5
think.
p.m.
So
at
I'm
the
not the
Scott
Motorsports
Harvey
Network. I
Wine
think he does,
Tasting
but I'm
Room
not
in Sutter
sure.
Creek at 5 to 7
Justin
p.m.
Turley for
Details
5. Why
to
don't
that
you have
are
a
on my
greatest
Twitter feed
game
at
shirt
LastCar on
and a
Brock.
2020 Tank Division,
If you are in
2022,
the area
23
and you'd
Tank
like to
Division
swing
shirt?
by,
So
definitely,
that's not a bad
you know,
idea.
come on by there.
We
and,
could do
if
a
you haven't
2020
picked up
and
a book yet,
2023 Tank
I'll be
Division
selling
and a
books
greatest
there.
game.
And
Nick,
you've
if you're
already picked
watching
up
this,
the
get
book,
on that right
definitely
now.
Make sure that you
will
bring it
enjoy
with
that.
you there, and I'd be happy to sign
Minnesota
it for
Sports
you,
Junkie for
as
5.
well. That'll be the
Vikings
first
top
of-
priority
we're
this
planning some
offseason
other book
besides a
signings
Jefferson
next year,
extension is figuring
as
out the
well,
QB
so stay tuned
situation.
for more,
Cousins can't stay forever. I mean, I think Cousins might be gone. I think because of the torn Achilles, that seems like it might be the end of his time. But as I said, you could always do worse than Kirk Cousins. Losing Cousins hurt them big time. Like, they should have 2 more wins. Like, you would have won the Bears game and you would have won the Bengals game if you had Kirk Cousins. And you just don't. So, mainly, it's just a cursed situation for a lot of teams right now. Pateka for 50 check. Dollar reduce. Question, is there a way to get old hockey footage? Want to see the Nagano Olympics hockey games. Usually YouTube searches would probably be the way to do it. They'll probably have 98 Olympics feeds on there, but I'm not sure otherwise. I would actually like to see a live feed of the U.S. Olympic team just trashing their hotel rooms after they lost a medal game. That would be ideal, but you're never going to get that. A7575, would you trade for Fields or ride with Kenny? Depends on how much Fields costs. Question with Fields is, like, is he going to get consistent? Because consistency's been his big issue, especially this year. He'll show flashes, but the problem is Pickett shows flashes. Darnold shows flashes. Zach Wilson showed flashes last week. So flashes only get you so far. Even saying, that's what separates a regular quarterback just from anyone else. It's just flashes. There's not much you can do there, unfortunately. So, as I said, it would depend on the price. Like, the problem with Pickett, I don't know how to judge him because he plays like shit, but he's clutch and he doesn't turn the ball over. If you had Pickett in some of these games, you would have won because Mitch Trubisky is fucking the ball left and right. And James Carlisle, most insufferable fan base, and why Eagles or Cowboys. Can we just mold them together and just eliminate them both? I would say probably, I got to say Eagles. As much as the Cowboys are, the Eagles will just rub it in your face repeatedly. And Aiden Kepley, I need to ask, are the Maple Leafs the Cowboys of the NFL? No, they're the Steelers of the NFL. They're the Cowboys in terms of history, the Steelers in terms of getting bailed out by high-end talent every night. That's their team. Samuel Martinez, Dan Pittman out of the game while I'm in the playoffs. Yeah, Zach Moss is out too, no Minka, and I think there may be a couple other injuries as well, but for the most part, yeah, a lot of skill players going down. Kaiser and Gilroy added a TJ Watt to my jersey collection yesterday. I'm currently on Pistons watch as they try to break the record. Captain Futfuck is calling out the Stiller way. Dog, my thoughts. Dude, Ben was part of that issue for a long time. He was able to get away with a lot of shit on that team that wouldn't have flown. I mean, I'm not even talking about the earlier stuff. I'm talking stuff in like 18, 19, 20. Like, he dictated a lot of what they did. And the Steeler way has gone stale. He is correct. But he is a big part of that problem. They should have let him go after 2020. They should have just said, look, we need to go in a different direction. We need to look towards the future. We're going to cast off. He should have retired after 2019, the elbow injury. But that's just, I mean, yeah, it's, the thing with Tomlin is his message is, he's past his expiration date. And it happens to all coaches. I think Rivera's a good coach. He's well past his expiration date. Belichick's a great coach. He's well past his expiration date. It happens to everyone. Father Time does not take favorites. And if the time comes, I mean, Tomlin, hey, thank you for your service, brother, but it's long been time, dude. Definitely long been time. Oh, dude, who said Olympics is sexless? Dude. No, the Olympics, dude, the Olympic Village is one of the most promiscuous areas in sports. Like, they go through something like 50,000 condoms or something ridiculous. Rico Costa for 20, no confidence in Mitch at all. I think they would have won the last 2 with KP, and I'd feel better about this one. I'm probably in the minority here right now. No, I think they would have won with Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is a major upgrade over Mitch Trubisky. People don't say it, but he doesn't turn the ball over and he's clutch. Mitch Trubisky is neither of those things. Mitch Trubisky is a backup quarterback, and he is showing it right now. Arm punts out the wazoo. JGZ 1 for 5. Penguins play my Islanders for the first time this season in 2 weeks, and I'll be in the building. What should I expect from the Penguins? Power play inconsistency, bad defense, goaltending bailing them out every chance they get. And also, no Brian Rust and no Ricard Raquel. Ricard Raquel has been ice cold this year, too, so who knows if he's coming back anytime soon. Azores for 10. Titans fans seem to be embracing false hope after barely beating Miami, talking about playoff runs and such. They clearly need to tank and rebuild, but flat out refuse to. They're going to kill me. Fuck my life. And the Titans have a really easy opponent coming up. They're playing the Houston Texans without C.J. Stroud, so they could win that one too. So it is very possible. They need to rebuild. I think they're about accepting it. They cut a lot of veterans this past year. They're trying to reload on the fly, but at the same time, I think Derrick Henry goes after this year. I think this is his last year in Tennessee. And it's a shame because, like, he's such a great player, but it's not anywhere near what it is for him. Whew. MJS for 2 can't blame injuries when Pittman and Moss died. Yeah, but the Steelers will blame injuries. And no safeties. Kick is away by Boswell. Downs is going to let it go into the end zone for a touchback. We begin the second half of play, where the madness will continue, and it is going to be a pain in the fucking ass. Something. The standard is the standard. 14-13 Indianapolis Colts with a chance to go up by 8, maybe more if they do the 2-point conversion. Oh, Tracy Martin. Fields isn't a scrub. I feel like it has more to do with DJ Moore, but at the same time, it's you either think he's the greatest quarterback ever or you think he's a scrub. I think he's somewhere in the middle. 1st and 10. Handoff over to Goodson. Gets past the original line of scrimmage. Not much more there. Keanu Benton in on the tackle down at about the 30-yard line. We officially begin the third quarter of play. And James Carlo for 2. What's the angriest you've been at a sports video? Dude, probably congrats Steelers 2017. That was anger. 2018 was pretty bad too. Whew. BSFM for 2. Just earned Matthews is out. Can the Pens pull the dub? Ooh, Matthews is out. What's he out for? Personal reasons or a nagging injury? 2nd and 5. Shotgun formation again. Goodson still in formation. Nickel formation, 4-man rush for the Steelers. Still looking. He'll just throw the check down over to Goodson. And he slides. He had the first down. Couldn't get there, though. He gains maybe about 2. Joey Porter Jr. in on the tackle. Gains about 3. Oh, so like Fields on the Falcons seems like it'd be a match made in heaven. Not just that. You used to have Michael Vick. You have great weapons around him. You have, he was born in Georgia. Played at Georgia for a hot minute. That's your play. Like, that's the guy. And he's already an immediate upgrade over Desmond Ridder, who fucking sucks. 3rd and 2 coming up. Shotgun formation with Goodson coming up to the right-hand side. Trips left. Steelers need to stop now. 5-man rush. Still looking. Has pressure in his face. He throws and it's bobbled out and deflected. Micah Walker knocks the ball out of DJ Montgomery's hands, and the Colts will be punting. They keep doing it. They keep doing the bullshit. Fucking hell. Azores for 5. Say if the Steelers did fire Tomlin, who did you want to replace him? I know next to nothing about coaches outside of the games in your vids. I have 2 candidates. Mike McDonald out of Baltimore doing tremendous job with that defense and just the schematics. He has great promise. Ben Johnson out of Detroit. Brilliant offensive coordinator and a talented mind. One of those 2 I would be jumping at the moon for. Because remember, like Mike Tomlin started out as a 1-year coordinator. So that's the question. Rigoberto Sanchez punting it away now. And it's going to take a very nice Indianapolis bounce down to about the 9-yard line. Calvin Austin just let it roll out of bounds. And Troy Bertrand. What's up, buddy? I got to bring out the Jeebus. We're going to need a lot more Jeebus here. Because, praise the Jeebus. God help it. I'm going to go for the O. I'll be right back, kids. Chair, react. I need you to react, Chair. back, kids. Chair, did you react properly to this wonderful news? Chair is Chair definitely really smacked the pipe there. I truly agree with that, and I enjoy it much. Oh, Meth Bear. It's definitely a live. No, it would be at a Hassam live stream if I were playing a video in the background. Then it'd be a Hassam reaction. I should do that sometime. Apparently successful. He was bashing the Vikings. Good job. I'm pissed off too. Fuck the Vikings. And for Troy Bertrand, by the way, what position do you see the Steelers drafting in the draft? Probably mid-round. Usually seems like a mid-table tier. Probably around 18, 19, maybe 20 if you get wild card. 1st and 10 coming up. Handoff over to Najee Harris. He just runs into his own lineman, breaks a tackle, though, and gets past the line of scrimmage. And the ball is loose, but unfortunately he's down on the ground, so thank God. Najee Harris just ran into his own lineman. Let's see. Yeah, he's down. He's down by contact. You can't see if the ball's out, so this is still going to stay Steeler ball. 2nd and 8 coming up. No challenge. Oh, he is going to challenge. He's picking up the challenge fight, so we'll see. I can't. Actually, that is out. Now I see it. Now it's a fumble. Yeah, the ball's out. Yeah, that's a fumble. They fucked the ball. Knee kicked him, and Najee just... Hot Wheels, no, it didn't hit the ground. It was jarred loose before it hit the ground. BSFM on Matthews, the flu that's been bugging the Leafs. I mean, I'm surprised they have a flu bug going around. Christopher Brickner for 2. Vikings failed 2 sneaks, 1 yard or less in OT. The locals, yeah. And not just that, Nick Mullins was fucking the ball left and right. Like, 2 of those touchdowns were just fucking Chuck prayers. Michael H., I think the ball was jarred loose. So I think that Najee did fuck the ball. It was a bad run anyway. He ran into his own fucking tackle. Tonight on Days of Our Steelers, our fan base chooses to kill themselves. Yeah, I agree. Oh, Alexis Jones, I missed you, brother. I'm sorry. Hey, love the content. Do you think Lamar Jackson will be a future Hall of Famer? Also, do you feel he gets too much hate? I don't know about Hall of Famer. I think he does get too much. I like Lamar Jackson. I love his game. I think he's really developed as a passer. The question is, can he perform in the playoffs? I don't know if he wasn't worth $250 million guaranteed, but I think he's in the upper echelon of quarterbacks this year. He needs to prove himself in the playoffs, and he needs to prove that he can stay healthy. Those are the 2 things with Lamar Jackson. Woozy guy, we hate Warren because they have an ego about Najee Harris. They spent a 1st-round pick on him. I never liked the pick. I thought they should have gone offensive line. I got nothing against Najee as a player. But once again, they needed to go offensive line. And if it were up to me, it would have been Landon Dickerson and Creed Humphrey. And you would have solved your O-line issues. But nope. No, we had to completely fuck that entire draft because Kevin Colbert wanted to make a statement. I like Pat Freiermuth, but Creed Humphrey was the pick. He more than impregnated the ball, dude. Christopher Brickner for 2. Vikings I'm sorry. Noodle528. Tree, you're appreciated. Dude, I appreciate you for watching, brother. Been watching since the early locale videos. Once lived in Ambridge, but that was a mistake and have since moved. Ambridge is kind of hit or miss. People think it's okay because it's close to Swickley. I mean, I used to live in Avalon, so I'm pretty close to where Ambridge is. Where you at now, brother? Are you, did you move out of the city, or are you, like, more around the North Hills? The call has been reversed. The Steelers have fucked the ball. And now we return, and Najee Harris fucks the ball. We're at the 18-yard line with a shotgun for the Colts. Trips wideouts right. Sermon in the game. He'll throw it deep. Caught by Mo Alley Cox, and that is one of the easiest touchdowns you'll ever see. Steelers are playing like fucking shit. They came out, they got cocky, they came out unprepared, and the Colts usually feast on these kind of teams. And this is unfortunately what's happening. Like, I got my anger out last week. There's no point. Like, this team fucking sucks. Honestly, if you're going to do this, what's probably going to happen is they're going to lose. They'll go 7-8. They'll lose out, and then they'll win their final 2 games randomly for whatever reason, get their 9-8 record or 8-1, so he can bitch about Tomlin and his pressure and not having the worst record. The kick is up, by the way, and it's good for the Indianapolis Colts. This whole offense is fucking puke. And the problem is, like, you still have the same schematics that Matt Canada had. I was hoping that it'd be okay, but the problem is Trubisky fucking sucks. And they have no answers. Like, you can't get pressure because you run 4-man rushes all the time. You're out of inside linebackers. You're out of safeties. And this is the result you get. They shit the bed. They're making Gardner Minshew look like a pro quarterback. They're making him look like the elite answer. And the Colts have deserved this win. They're playing well. Steelers are just standards the standard, I guess. No, it's actually a 1-score game still. It's up by 8. Oh, dude, Marty, I'll break out the whiskey later. Not now. There's going to be a lot of drinking tonight. Oof. One more loss, I'm taking off the Joyzy. Because, yeah. Oh, dude. And Kevin Long for 15. I really hope the Steelers really embrace a rebuild, not some retool crap. Here's the problem. They've been trying to retool. This is the result you get. They've never actually rebuilt. The last time they really rebuilt was early 2000s. And even then, they still kept a lot of their core pieces. They mainly just shuffled around a lot of the depth. Like, they've never really rebuilt. And I think that's the problem. You're in mediocrity. You are in purgatory. Football hell. And I know football, you say football hell is like bad. That's just fucking hell. Football hell is just mid-tier. Too good to tank and not good enough to lose. And now it's a pass to Mitch Trubisky. It's caught for 5 yards by Pat Freiermuth. He actually threw it accurately this time. I'll give you credit, buddy. Well done. Oh, Big J, the Steelers aren't playing down to competition. They're just playing like shit. Colts pounce on these kind of weak opponents, and this is the result. Like, Shane Steichen is out coaching Tomlin right now. And to be fair, the Colts should have 10 more points. So you're lucky this is a 1-score game. 2nd and 5 coming up. Calvin Austin goes in motion. Single back set. Fakes motion. Jalen Warren single back set. They actually give it to Jalen Warren. And he goes nowhere because the blocking keeps getting beat. EJ Speed in on the tackle. Loses 1. Like, honestly, I'm not even at a loss for words. It's just, I got that out of the way the last couple weeks. So, I don't want to change the score, but, yeah. Smiling Specialist, worst loss I experienced, either Tebow or the Jacksonville game. Like, Tebow was fucking atrocious. That or Super Bowl 30. 3rd and 5. Coming up for the Steelers, shotgun formation. Trubisky takes the snap. 4-man rush, still looking. He gets sacked in the backfield because nobody fucking blocks. Zaire Franklin and another Colts player. That was going to be Samson Ebukam with the sack, and now we're going to have to punt. And, yeah, neither tackle was able to secure the pressure, and it was a long developing play, and this team fucking sucks. And Presley Harvin, the greatest punter in the world, back to punt. And here's a return by Josh Downs. He gets near midfield. Tackled by Williams at the 49. And, yeah. Like, that's the thing. Like, the Steelers are playing like shit. That's all it is. Snap down. DJ Montgomery fakes motion. Handoff over to Goodson. He's got a big hole in front of him and blockers in front of the 40, the 35, the 30, the 20, down near the 20. Pulls Trenton Thompson for about 15 yards, and they're just running hop shot. And Trenton Thompson's now down, and the Steelers might be down to one safety. Hold on, boys. Well fucking done. This team's fucking shit. That's the problem. Like, they overperformed early in the year. They got a lot of fluke bullshit. This team should be 5-8. Like, they should have lost Cleveland. They should have lost against Baltimore. But they don't, and unfortunately Trenton Thompson's now down, and you are down to one safety. So who's your safety now? Is it going to be Chandon Sullivan? That's all I can think of. Yeah, Trenton Thompson is still down. He is still trying to grab at his arm. Kind of wincing in pain, unfortunately, but trying to see where the injury is. Oh, he actually took a bit of a rough hit. It probably is his right shoulder or arm. But Trenton Thompson is walking off on his own power, but it's his first year undrafted player to San Diego State. And, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Ooh. James Carla for 2 best you blew it soundbite other than Sandler. Ooh. Probably Copland. That is a really good you blew it. Or Meet the Parents. That's a good you blew it. Seinfeld's you blew it's really good too. It's hard to choose. They're all really good. Let's go UW for 5. I would love if the Pats beat KC Sunday just for Bill to get his spite wins at the end of the year before going to Chargerland. No, he's going to Commieland. Don't you know? You really think Dean Spanos is going to splurge on Bill Belichick? 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. The Colts can just drive a fucking dagger in this game if they think closely. Shotgun formation, 3 wide out set. Trey Sermon in the field faces. Play action. 4-man rush. Close off to his right-hand side. Mo Alley Cox with the catch, gains 3. Miles Killebrew in on the tackle. I'm trying to think who was in the tackle there, but I'm not sure. South Parks is really good too. I agree with that. Oh, Basil, we're going to the Super Bowl. We just got to buy the tickets, man. We just got to buy the tickets. Big Boy for 20. Random question. Do you think Cam Newton is a future Hall of Famer? Maybe Veterans Committee. I don't think he's going to be first ballot. The problem is, like, his prime was awesome, but it was too short. And then his shoulder got fucked, and it just... They care about longevity. He had a tremendous career. He was such a talented player. And that's an easy touchdown, actually. Oh, wait, that's dropped. Mo Alley Cox actually dropped the football. I thought that was an easy touchdown. Joey Porter Jr., unfortunately, was able to deflect it out. But here's the problem with Silvala. Bill Belichick's going to want a GM role. Mo Alley Cox had the touchdown, and that's another drop. So, as I said, the Colts should have 10 more points. If they were ideal. Oh, dude, Pterodactyl. Oh, dude, Steichen should easily be coach of the year. With how shit... I mean, I thought they were going to be the worst team in the NFL. But, like, with the way he's coaching right now, he's doing a damn good job. 3rd and 7. Gardner Minshew out of the shotgun. Trey Sermon right-hand side. Trips left. 4-man rush. No pressure in his face. He'll throw over to the near side. Colts nearly get a first down. It was going to be caught by Kylan Granson, the 3rd-year player out of SMU. It's going to be about a yard short. Honestly, they'll probably kick the field goal just to go up by 2 scores, but I'm going to be completely honest here. Just go for the fucking kill. That's at least what I do. But no, they're going to kick the field goal smartly, which makes sense because you'd be up by 2 scores. Matt Gay, who shanked a field goal wide earlier, will be getting a chance to kick the finest field goal in all the land. But we'll see here. Last week and today, they're 0 for 2. It's a 29-yarder, dead center. Even a high schooler could make this kick. And he's not a high schooler, but he does. It is 24-13, Indianapolis Colts. And I pressed the wrong button again. Yeah. So, I'm not at the point of rage anymore. I'm just at acceptance now. Like, what do you want me to say? We have been doing the same shit for 5 fucking years. The sins of the past are coming to roost because you never actually ripped the Band-Aid off. You never cleared out all the cancer. And now you have wide receivers becoming cancer. Now you have Minka talking shit. Or not really talking shit, but actually showing leadership. The problem with Tomlin is that he's a player's coach. He doesn't discipline. And the problem is you need a firm hand right now. And the problem is he's too lax. That's been his issue. And like James Harrison was sleeping during practices in 2015 and 16. And it's just, yeah. Oh, Kevin Punk, dude. I've been trying to up this pretty rapidly, but, well, Rose Hunt, the problem is it's the Steelers. 11-point lead's pretty safe with this offense. And you did get a splash question. Alexis Jones, no, I didn't skip it, actually. You're actually next in line for $10. Any chance you could make a playlist of the music you use in the videos? Some I'm aware of, but some I can never find. Love that you use video music too. Lol, go Ravens. As I said, like, you were dead next in line, dude. It's just, I'm just rambling about Steeler football. Sorry about that, Alexis. But, I mean, I should do a playlist. I know most of the stuff I gather in my travels. But, I mean, I've gotten that request before. I should probably do it in the credits, maybe? Or maybe in the info screen. That's very possible. Well, Red Rocket 4000, Colbert retired. So the GM problem was fixed. And coaching is the problem, too. I mean, like, the problem is, like, he's well past his expiration date. I think he's a good coach. I think he's a master motivator of men. But the problem is, like, sometimes you lose the locker room, and I'm afraid he's losing the locker room right now, especially with how the skill position players are about to mutiny. Like, what do you do? What do you honestly do? Well, Red Rocket, the problem is, like, the Steelers aren't going to get worse because they feel like they can retool on the fly. And that's the issue right now. So, Chisel's rating? I mean, dude, drink him if you got him, dude. It's, I'm going to take off this jersey soon. Colin Callahan, I mean, who's worse, Steelers or Penguins? Shit, at least the Penguins are still pretending. I mean, they're both the same team. At least the Penguins are on a winning streak, at least. Phantom Observer, so who's the best candidate to replace Tomlin? As I said, it's either Mike McDonald or Ben Johnson. Those would be my two picks. Nico for 2, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Steven the Origin for 5. It's weird that I've watched you since 2017-18, but still great to be watching your commentary videos. My question is, do you prefer Mitch or Kyle? Which Mitch and Kyle are we talking? Mitch with the screen. Throws over to Jalen Warren. Gains about 2, but there is a flag on the play. This might be a hold and coming back. They're pointing at Connor Hayward, and it's probably coming back again, and everything's rambling. Oh, John Fitzgerald, don't tempt me with a good time, baby. I will take off my pants. Yep, holding on Connor Hayward. Holding on Connor Hayward. Fucking kill me. And, dude, I mean, honestly, are we talking Mitch Trubisky and Kyle Trask, or are we talking a different Mitch and Kyle? So, I don't know. Oh, Zach Martin, the bullshit was real for a hot minute, and now it's just, yeah. Oh, XD Man, I feel like Mark Davis is either going to keep with Antonio Pierce, or he'll go back to Gruden. Because the rumor is he might want Gruden again, which would be hilarious. 1st and 20 coming up. They'll hand it off over to Jalen Warren. Has a big hole in front of him. Gets close to the original line of scrimmage. Gains about 8. It's going to be a tackle there by Zaire Franklin, the 6-year player out of Syracuse, who's really come into his own this year, especially with Shaq Leonard not being the same as he was. Oh, Gregory Tomlin, I mean, he is in the game technically. The problem is he's getting out-coached everywhere. And this stretch has really exposed a lot of open wounds. Because this is another collapse. If this keeps up, I mean, you're 7-4. You have a wide open shot for a playoff spot against easy teams, and you're imploding. And you're going to lose 4 or 5. Snap down. Trubisky throws a check down to Jalen Warren. Has a bit of space in front of him. Gets down to about the 32. Gains maybe just short, but it's going to be Franklin in on the tackle. There is another flag coming up, though, so let's see what this is on. This might be another hold. Yep, it is a hold on the offense. Yeah, it's another flag. James Daniels, number 78, was in on the flag. Lots of yellow paper in it. It's like Steelers are unraveling right now. Yeah, they just have no answers. They just legitimately have no answers right now. And I just wish they would have done this earlier in the year so I could have just said fuck it and not turned off. But 2nd and 21 coming up for the Steelers again. I'm surprised they didn't call false start there on Broderick Jones, but it's going to be a handoff to Jalen Warren. He gains maybe 2. It's going to be down at about the 15. EJ Speed was in on the tackle. And the Colts are they're just performing well. This is what the Colts do. They just pound in these sloppy games. It is what it is. Yeah. Yep, Steelers are just unraveling at the seams. A lot of penalties, lack of discipline. 3rd and 20. Empty set, shotgun for the Steelers. 3 wide out set. 4 on the line, and the Colts are just playing back. Let's see if they get the sack here. Snack, he'll actually have to scramble or just throw it deep. Holy crap, it's actually caught. It's caught by Deontay Johnson. Holy shit. We needed that big time. A gain of about 25. Deontay Johnson finds the hole in the coverage, and that is a Steeler first down. Holy shit. Maybe I just had to tweet and I reverse jinxed it. That's great. Do more of that, please. Rodney Thomas, 2nd-year player out of Yale, was in on the tackle, but well past the first down marker. 1st and 10 coming up. Allen Robinson goes in motion. Single back set. Najee Harris back in the game. Hopefully he doesn't fucking fumble. They're going to hand it off to Najee. Has a bit of a hole up the middle. Gains about 8. So, you know what? Decent little play there. DeForest Buckner was in on the tackle, and we're near midfield. So, we will see. We will definitely see. Ooh, Justin Turley, what is your favorite era of the NFL? Mine's the 70s. Ooh, I have to go mid-2000s. Peak football. Great balance between perfect blend of 90s smash mouth and the modern game. Like I prefer balance. Like, I don't want overly, 70s, 80s, overly defensive. Now overly offensive. Now balance. That's what I want. 2nd and 3. Fakes the handoff. Trubisky looks. He'll throw it deep and has to lie on the ground, but it's caught by George Pickens in field goal range at the 35. So Steelers are somehow cooking. Don't do this to me. Please don't fucking do this to me. Oh, Steelers. Why? Why do you do this? Every time I draw it out, they throw me right the fuck back in. Why? God damn it. That's why you have thrown George Pickens. 1st and 10. Single back set. Najee Harris in the backfield. Miles Boykin in the game now goes in motion. Double motion by Deontay Johnson. Handoff over to Najee Harris. Blockers in front of him. Gets past the line of scrimmage. Down to the 2nd level. Get to about the 31, but he's going to be taken down after a gain of about 4. Not much cooking there, but he did most of what he could. But there is an injury on the field, though. Colt player is down. This is going to be Eric Johnson II, the 2nd-year player out of Missouri State. The defensive tackle. So we'll go back to another commercial break after this injury timeout. It's a lot of injury timeouts. Green Draco 313 for 5 bones. What would your reaction be if the Steelers gave up 60 to 70 points like the Chargers and Broncos? I'd fucking die. I would just, fuck. I'd be like, I'm pouring out the beer like, fuck it, we're getting drunk. Robbie Hyde for 5. I'm happy your Steelers are going to be 500 this year. Unlike my Patriots, I welcome the mediocrity. Dude, you've won 6 Super Bowls, dude. You won a Super Bowl 4 years ago. Don't embrace the mediocrity. You had your time. You have your bottom year. This is what happens. Honestly, you needed this year, for being completely honest. I mean, you broke Mac Jones, but you're going to come out of it with Drake May. So, and probably a fresh start, which you do need. So, that's the key. Mash and Totters for 5 bones. What video are you most proud of? My favorite is the Leafs Legacy of Failure. Leafs is up there. I would probably say, what else is up there? I have a lot of vids on the bucket list that I want to get to. I just don't have the time to do it. What else would I do? The Raven. I would say that one. The RSN video I really enjoyed doing. What else did I really enjoy? Because that's the problem. Like, most of my stuff, like, the legacy of failures are probably the most rewarding, I would say. I really want to get to another legacy of failure. It's digging into that research and just digging into time. Like, Snyder took me, like, a long time to do, and I had already had that footage. I enjoyed doing that one, though. I love doing legacies of failure. I love delving into history. The oil crisis videos, I love doing the Hugh Culverhouse vid, too. March Shot, really digging into that. Well, Vikings at least has stayed healthy. Vikings and Falcons are the only ones left. Mariners, too. Everyone else has aged poorly, which is just, what the fuck? Clippers legacy of failure, as I said, I was just waiting on how that window was going to end before I did anything. 2nd and 6 coming up, 4:20 in the third quarter. Smoke him if you got him. 31-yard line, shotgun formation. Najee Harris in the backfield to Trubisky's right. Snap down, holds, hands off over to Najee Harris. He's going to gain maybe 2, if that. Taven Bryan was going to be in on the tackle, the replacement for Johnson. 4 minutes and ticking in the third quarter. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let me see here. Christopher Brickner for 5. Would you do on a video on either the 2023 NFL season, the 2023 Cleveland Browns, injuries yet playoff contenders, or 2023 Steelers if they lose out? Oh, dude, if the Steelers are doing anything, I'm doing a Yinzer's Manifesto. I'm going deep in this shit. Panthers would be one. Chargers would be one. Maybe the Bears. Like, there are a lot of Saints. 3rd and 4 out of the shotgun formation. Jalen Warren now in the game, thank God. 3 wide out set. Fryermuth to the right. Roll out right is Jalen Warren. Trubisky throws. It's deflected and nearly intercepted. Zaire Franklin had a shot at it, but there is a flag. What's it on? It's going to be, looks like it's going to be on the Steelers. Great. Ben Cohen for 2. I'm sorry. Christopher Brickner, Bengals scored on the first drive and last 3. And as a penalty on number 65 of the Pittsburgh Steelers, that is Dan Moore, the left tackle, fourth-year player out of Texas A&M. And, oh, he's just holding the shit out of him. He's just grabbing him. Yeah, that is a blatant hold. So that is a 10-yard penalty, and we do it again, 3rd and 14 coming up. It's fun times. Fun times at Steeler Land today. So you're just hoping to get in the field goal range, make it back into a one-score game. Ben Cohen for 2. The game was close at kickoff, 0-0. I mean, they were up 13-0. 3rd and 14. 3:25 left in the third quarter. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Still looking. He's just going to fucking chuck it deep, and he's just out of bounds. Let's throw the check down, dude. Get a few extra yards for Boswell. Jesus Christ. Oh, God damn it. Oh, Zishan, I've wanted to do Canucks Legacy of Failure, too. They're long due. They're going to punt. Yeah. So now you're out of field goal range, and now you got to punt. This is a disaster. Tomlin is living in his fears. You just had to get a few yards and then kick the field goal, and now you're still going to be down by 11. Fucking hell. Let's go. UW Pens at least have the excuse of a previous GM sold the farm multiple times. Give the Pens a few years to build it back up. Much quicker fix. It's not just that, too. FSG gave Kyle Dubas his marching orders, and it was to sell and to compete for championships with the old core. So that's why they brought in Eric Carlson. That's why they brought in the bottom 6. And the defense is bad. As I said, Carlson's not going to move the needle because your issue is not offensive defenseman. Your issue is defensive structure and bottom 6 depth. And it's bad. Yeah. Alexis Jones for 5. Do you feel if my Ravens win it all, that makes Lamar Hall of Fame worthy? He would most likely have 2 MVPs and a Super Bowl MVP, which would be insane. Longevity is the key. Lamar has 5 more years, plus that accolade, he will be a Hall of Famer. Right now, though, a little too early. That's at least to me, Alexis, but he keeps it up. He will do well. I don't look forward to facing Lamar. Gardner Minshew hands it off over to Trey Sermon, has a bit of a hole over the front side, gains to about the 22-yard line. They're just playing field position. Michael Walker was in on the tackle there. Seth Draken, watch Carolina try to trade for Mike Tomlin. Dude, you can have him. 2 first-round picks, take him. Fucking take him. I mean, honestly, like, he'll probably be good for, like, rebuilding a culture, but at the same time, it's like, his time's past here. That's the problem. Cobalt Blau for 5. I'm a Steelers and Notre Dame fan, and I can't tell which flavor of toxic is poisoning more right now. Both. 2nd and 6, hands off over to Trey Sermon, breaks one tackle, gets past the second tackle. Near the first down marker, Levi Wallace. First time I've heard that name. He's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker. I wonder if they give him the first down. Maybe not, but we'll see. Gardner Minshew is just, they're just content with just rolling down this clock. Yep, Trey Sermon is definitely a Colt. Trey Sermon and Drew Goodson are the two running backs. Zach Moss has been out for a hot minute. Elder God, you and Chisel, I don't know his anger. Like, I'm just like, I've accepted it. Like, I'm a quiet anger right now because at this point, like, the Steelers are exposing themselves as a shitty football team. It's what we were fearing for the longest time, and unfortunately, you have a golden opportunity and you're collapsing. That's all it is. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Indianapolis Colts. Handoff over to Trey Sermon, has the first down and more. Down to the 35-yard line. Alex Highsmith was in on the tackle as well as Montrevious Adams. 1st and 10 coming up, and we are slowly dying in hell because the Steelers be pure ass and Trubisky. We need Kenny Pickett back badly. And if we don't, I mean, okay, B, if we make the playoffs, we're losing by fucking 30. Like, this is bad. This is just straight up bad. Takes the handoff over to Trey Sermon. They're just going to keep running it because they're not stopping him. Gains about 7. Landon Roberts and Montrevious Adams were in on the tackle. Tomlin's playing in his fears. He's living in his fears. That is the problem right now. And they're just content with just rolling the clock out. So, you know what? Shirt goes off. And I do have a Pirates shirt on. Fuck it. I don't care. So you know what? This team don't deserve it. This team's playing like shit. They'll get shit. There's nothing else there. It's just 2nd and 3. Trey Sermon once again in the backfield out of the shotgun. DJ Montgomery back in motion. 3 wide out set. 4-man rush. Snap down to Trey Sermon. And they actually stopped him this time. That's great. That's truly great. Nick Damiani, Cowboys legacy of failure after 30. No, it needs a little more time. 40-50. Then we do legacy of failure, Nick. Commies go for Tomlin. Dude, take Tomlin. 2 first round pick this year. Take him. Have fun. 3rd and 2. 3 wide out set. Trey Sermon in the backfield again, out of the shotgun. 4 on the line for the Steelers, out of the nickel formation. Michael Walker and Landon Roberts, the linebackers. And that'll end the 3rd quarter. And we are in hell because the Steelers are on their way to losing 3 straight. Phantom Observer, has Teddy Bridge done enough to get on the Hall of Fame ballot? No. Unfortunately not. It's a what could have been because of that injury. A tremendous story, but he's not a Hall of Famer. So that sucks about his retirement. I really liked him as a player. Mega Doomer for 2-0 changes. They're fooked. Go Steelers. Yep, we're going to wave them terrible towels today, boys. We're waving them towels. All the towels. And the national media is going to say it's not Tomlin's fault, even though he has been outcoached by 3 separate coaches, one being a rookie, and two rookies, actually. And a 2-10 team, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson starting the Browns. So the worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to go 7-8, and then win 2 straight, get 9-8 or 8-1. That's what's going to happen. It's well, the problem with Nami Gerald T. Shane Steichen's been doing a tremendous job. I will give him all the credit in the world. Outstanding. The Colts have always been a team that will pounce on really bad opponents. They have really come out from that horrible season. They've really done strong. And if they make the playoffs, they're probably going to get blown the fuck out. They don't really have much talent. But they're performing. They're playing up to their ability. Everyone's dialed in. Everyone's disciplined. Everyone's controlled. And honestly, I commend Shane Steichen for that. He's doing a hell of a job. He makes the playoffs. He's immediately Coach of the Year in my eyes. Ape Brianna Tomlin, the better Jason Garrett. No, he doesn't clap enough. He doesn't clap enough to be Jason Garrett. Joe Capiteo Ramos. Kind of crazy that the Pats are closer to firing Belichick than the Steelers are closer to firing Tom. Steelers don't fire coaches. Look how long it took them to fire Matt Canada. He should have been fired last year. Yet, at the end of the day, I mean, they're worried about tradition. RD2 is the main problem on this team because he's Dan without anything that made Dan a great coach. And Problem is, like, they're content with being the standard, bringing out all the old guard, even though they pissed off Polamalu. Ben's pissed. Hines is kind of pissed. Terry Bradshaw wants nothing to do with the damn team, and he hasn't for a very long time. And they'll just bring it out. They'll trot out the old legends. They're the Bears with a shinier coat of paint. They are insidiously cheap. One of the lowest paying assistants, or pay the lowest for assistants, and the fewest assistant coaches. And it's very insular. It's very buddy-buddy. There's no real change, and you're outdated, and the game's passed you by. You can't rely on splash plays by the defense and fluke bullshit. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Colts. Let's see if we can stop them here and prove me wrong. Shotgun formation, Trey Sermon back in the backfield. Hands off to Trey Sermon, has the first down, and a hell of a lot more into Steeler territory, deep into the 37. Trenton Thompson's back in the game, but it's a gain of about 15. Move the chains. First down, Indianapolis. JCR 1216. Yo, it's my birthday. Dude, happy birthday, JCR. Appreciate you. Sorry I'm a salty motherfucker right now. I just want to say you mean a lot to me. You made me laugh so much and make my day a lot. Thank you for everything you do. Dude, no. Thank you for watching, brother. I thank each and every one of you for watching. Thank you for even sticking around for 5 minutes, realizing I'm an annoying sack of shit and leaving. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's sobering, man. Goodson with the carry gains about 2, but I'm gonna do State of the Tree next week, and Rich Eisen running the NFL Combine. There you go, brother. You got some decent wheels. Nothing bad with that. Mega Doomer, damn it, now I'm huffing hopium. I mean, dude, are you a Colts fan? You're definitely huffing hopium right now. David G, I'll do this later after this 2nd and 9 coming up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I wish it were the Steelers. 3 wide out set. Goodson in the backfield takes the snap. Hands off over to Goodson's. Got another big hole and a first down. And, they're just fucked. This team is just going to shit. They're outcoached. They're outgunned by a team without Jonathan Taylor or Michael Pittman or Zach Moss. So, what do we do? What do we do? We've been running the same fucking carousel for 5 years. And the problem is there's no point in yelling because this team isn't worthy of getting yelled at. They're just playing like shit. They're content with this bullshit, and this is what happens. This is what fucking happens. And they're just getting coached out. They're getting coached in circles right now. 1st and 10 for the Colts. Downs hands it off over to Trey Sermon, and they actually stop it. Great job. Tremendous job. And thank you all for coming as well. Oh, STXNT, the Steelers are quitting. They're bending down like they have nothing. They legitimately have nothing. Well, J-Dog, Trey Sermon, and Tyler Goodson are doing good because the Steelers defense is exhausted. They're getting out schemed by Steichen and their offensive coordinator. And they come to play. They've had a good game plan. And all I can do is tip my hat to Indianapolis. They're doing a great job. 2nd and 11 coming up out of the shotgun for the Indianapolis Colts. Trey Sermon now to the right-hand side. 3 wide out set with a tight end to the right. 4-man rush for the Steelers. Hands off over to Trey Sermon. Has another big hole. Still moving. Line still pushing. We're down to about the 22. Gains about 8 for Trent Sermon. And, yeah. When was the last time Tomlin put up 32? Probably what? Killer Bees days? I don't know. Oh, Real Tree? Dude, Rich Eisen, that's the problem. The national media, you don't see how they're winning. That's been the problem. How they've been winning since the mid-2010s has just been unsustainable. And it hasn't been coaching. The only time I can really say that Tomlin did a good coaching job was 2019. And that was with backups and Duck Hodges. 2020 was a fluke. 2021 shouldn't have never made the playoffs because Indy collapsed. Another handoff for Trey Sermon, and that's a first down. Gains about 5, and the Steelers are just getting gashed. They're just going to keep running the ball. There's no point. Why would you not run the ball? They're imposing their fucking will. They're dominating in the trenches. Steelers are actually trying blitzes. They're getting nowhere right now. It's the same shit. And they just can't stop it. First and 10. And Another handoff to Trey Sermon. He gets past the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle, gains 2. So, yeah. That is about it. David G. Chisel has officially gone off the deep end. Can't say I ever expected to see him turn on the Steelers. The team's playing like shit. They're playing like fucking shit. And the one video that has aged like fucking wine was the one video I did as a challenge on the Steelers in 2017. I fucking hate that it is. Days of our Steelers should have been a wake-up call. It never was. 11-0 should have been a wake-up call. It never was. And that's why we're here. 2nd and 8, single back set. Goodson now in the backfield. I wonder if he gains 5. Oh, he gains about 3. You know what? They actually stopped him for a little bit. And 10 minutes and ticking the fourth quarter. They're going to go up by 14. So, well, 2021 was unbelievable, especially Ray McLeod in the 4th and 10. No, it wasn't that. It was the ref ball in Chicago. It was no Russell Wilson. There were a lot of penalties. Baltimore was wrecked in that game, if you remember correctly, too. It's, yeah. Yeah. George Vandergrift of the 49ers, the best team in the NFL? Oh, yeah. Easily. Adam Kaufman, your Steelers locale video is a perennial favorite of mine. Speaking of that, yeah, I hate the fact that it's aged well. I wish it didn't. Wish you could have proved me wrong. 3rd and 6. I wonder if they're going to run the ball. They'll probably pass now because they're out of shotgun. Trying to call for a false start. No, they're actually faking the run, and they'll throw it. They'll actually throw it high, incomplete. Levi Wallace on the coverage, and Alec Pierce was on the attempt. But you know what? You burned a lot of clock. You're going to get a field goal, go up by 14. So you know what? That's a great drive by Indianapolis. I'll give them credit for it. They burned a lot of time off that clock. Coach Beal basketball, the ultimate legacy of failure. The Sacramento Kings and the Kansas City Kings and the Buffalo Braves. Yes. Elder God V, between you and Chiseled, I don't know who's angrier. Yeah, I mean, I'm more just, I'm not screaming. There's just no point in screaming because this team fucking sucks. Field goal up for Ake, 31 left hash. Kick is up and it is good. Steelers are up by 13. They're playing like fucking shit. The whole team's unraveling. Colts deserve to win. There's nothing else I can say. Steelers made their bed. You're going to lose 4 or 5. And you had a golden opportunity. You're collapsing. This is a collapse. This is a straight up collapse. I was worried that they were going to lose, but at the same time, I mean, you've got Cincinnati, Seattle, and Baltimore. You might not win another game this year. So, well, Cesar, I mean, dude, I'm not worried about Tomlin's shirt. I'm worried about him being outwitted at every fucking angle, especially by really shitty teams. Jimi Hendrix, how will the Steelers end the cycle of pain, adapt the Steeler way to the modern era? But I don't know if they're going to do that. So, I couldn't tell you. Endman Meadow 11. The Steelers need rid more of Tomlin. They need a teardown. Do you really see the Steelers winning anything around TJ Minka? They need an offense. And they're not. And the problem is they're never going to because they're sold on the idea of the Steeler way and continuity. So, nothing you can do there. Nothing you can do. Oh. But it is what it is. Yeah. I didn't realize I had 2 people talking at the same time. I don't realize I have my monitor on, so that's my bad. That is my bad. Oops. James Larson for 5. I love your baseball content. Are you planning on doing a legacy of failure on my brew crew at some point now that council's with the Cubbies? They've been on the bucket list. My main thing is I'm waiting for this window to end. And you do have Jackson Chourio coming up. Question is, do you keep Corbin Burns or do you trade him? Because like there are a lot of rumors, especially since the Brewers are, losing their RSN deal. They might be shedding payroll. A lot of teams are shedding payroll. Minnesota's doing it. Cleveland's doing it. Kansas City's actually investing money. Detroit's investing money, which is crazy to think. Well, Kenneth LeCount, here's the thing. Only good teams can play like shit. The Steelers are shit. Here's the thing. A shit team can play like shit, Kenneth. You do realize that. The Carolina Panthers have been playing like shit all fucking year because they are shit. That's the thing you're thinking of, man. Like, I used to say it was always playing down to competition. You are the competition you play down to. That's the thing right now. And Seattle's shedding payroll too. And MJS for 5. Colts with backup QB most of the year. JT out most of the year. Horrible secondary and still scraping out wins. Steichen is a hero because the team's biled in. They're playing good football. They have quality coaching. I thought they were going to be fucking terrible this year. I thought they were going to be tank bowl contenders. But they're not. I mean, remember, AR looked incredibly raw. And he's out for the year, mind you. He barely played. Jonathan Taylor had that holdout because Jim Irsay couldn't shut his fucking mouth. Defense was going through a lot of changes. Shaq Leonard is never the same. The offensive line issues. And now it's a halfback draw over to Najee Harris. Najee Harris just ran into a fucking defender. He had a wide open outside. He runs into a fucking defender. That's Trent Richardson shit, brother. Just hand the ball off to fucking Jalen Warren. Every day I feel like I'm fucking vindicated about hating the Najee Harris pick, and I hate the fact that now you actually bring in Jalen Warren. Good job. Shotgun formation for Mitch Trubisky. He'll throw it the check down to Jalen Warren. You see? This is why you hand the ball off and give it to Jalen Warren, because it'll give you a fucking first down. Oh, Rose Hunter, that's definitely a hot take. Tom Halleck for 5 Canadian. Thank you out there. I appreciate you. The Travis Griffin for 5. Do you know how? I'll answer your question later. Now, out of the shotgun again. Trubisky throws far side. Caught by Allen Robinson. Gains about 8. The Travis Griffin for 5. Do you know how hard it is to replace Tomlin? It's hard to find a coach these days. It is. But here's the problem. The Steelers have had success finding coaches, and I feel like the Steelers are a prime target because of stability. They haven't fired coaches in a long time, and I think that's a good turning point for a lot of coaches. They want long-term stability. And Trubisky gets sacked again because Broderick Jones can't stop anything. Zaire Franklin with a sack loses 6. Same shit. Same shit. I mean, yeah. So, I actually didn't even change the quarter. I don't fucking care. I'm just going to change this because, it's definitely something here. I didn't mean that. My bad. 3rd and 12 coming up for the Steelers. It's going to be empty set shotgun formation for Trubisky. Rushing 5. And he's actually has to roll out of the pocket. And it's probably going to be a false start. So, it's a false start on the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're unraveling and, well, Notorious CG, I did want Broderick. The problem is he should be playing left tackle, not right. My question is, George Pickens and Deontay Johnson are bitching about the offense they still play. Chuks Okorafor bitches about the offense he's benched for the rest of the year. And Chuks Okorafor sucks, but once again, you're paying him $10 million a year for what? 3rd and 17 coming up, 7:20 left in the 3rd quarter. Might as well just kill the season right now. Empty set shotgun out of the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can pull a fucking miracle off. Snap down, 4-man rush, and nobody's blocking, and they throw it to Jalen Warren, and he's going to get maybe 6. So, great. Great. And it's a 4th down, and they're keeping the offense out. So, at this point, I'm probably just going to bring out the whiskey and just start chugging beers. I mean, This is bad. This is fucking terrible. AAA Colts saw your tweet earlier, took it personally. Dude, they're going to be 5-25. The Colts have been owned by the Steelers nonstop. It's crazy. I don't know. Hey, Tree, just wanted to say you're the best. Yeah. 6:46. 14 minutes left. 4th and 10 coming up. Snap down. 5-man rush. They'll throw. It's actually caught. Holy shit, it's caught by Deontay Johnson. We're somehow alive. It's a 1st down. Thank fuck. Oh, wait. Right. You know what? It can be 24. It can be 27. Steelers aren't hitting that number anyway, dude. Well, Savala, Rich Eisen, I don't know if he's right, dude. He's getting coached into a blender right now. 1st and 10. 6 minutes left and ticking. Shotgun formation. Jalen Warren right hand side. Down. Takes the snap. Still looking. Throws it down. It's overthrown. Intercepted. Arm punt for Mitch Trubisky, and they're into Steeler territory. The interception there by Julian Blackmon. He just threw it over everyone's fucking head. Because why not? Oh yeah, Kenny Pickett wasn't going to be a major upgrade over Trubisky. Yo, Kenny Pickett wouldn't be throwing that fucking pass. Fuck you, you fucked the ball. Yeah, this was a great idea to do this. Well, the good news is I don't have to stream Saturday to next week because we're going to get our fucking asses kicked anyway. I got to go to a Christmas party. I couldn't anyway, but at least I have a legitimate excuse not to. I'll probably end up doing the Week 18, maybe the Week 17 game for charity or the Week 18 game for charity, but otherwise this season's over. Like, this is fucking trash. I mean, you had a golden opportunity, you pissed it up, and yeah, the hopium is gone, kids. The hopium is fucking gone. And, want to know something? This team's playing like shit. Just run the ball after Trey Sermon, get like 5 yards or 3 yards or whatever. This game's fucking over. Turn out the lights. The party's fucking over. It is straight up over. Good fucking God. Yeah, Chisel Adonis should be blowing a gasket. I mean, at this point, there's no point in doing anything. Is Mason Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer coming in? I'd take Brian St. Pierre. Jesus Lord. 2nd and 7, handoff over to Trey Sermon. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. And it's a first down. Nobody's even tackling anymore. Landon Roberts was able to take him down for a gain of 11, but I mean, it's... Jesus fucking Christ. This is just... The team's dead. Like, they are dead. They are a dead team. They've given up. And Tomlin's lost the locker room. And everyone's mutinying. Everyone's pissed. And there's no motivating in the world that can do it. As I said, Tomlin's a good coach, but he's been well past his expiration date. Should have been fired in 2018, but, I mean, I get why they kept him, but at the same time, you've been in the same shit. Goodson's able to break another tackle. Gains about 5. Are they going to call it a fumble, or what's going on? Yeah, they're going to say he's down. So, is it a fumble, or are you going to break my heart, and you're going to do it again, or what? I think he's tripped up. Yeah, he's deflected. That's an easy touchdown. Yeah, we'll probably go to the Penguins game. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad you're seeing my soul. 3,500 people are here to see me get pissed off, so that's great. That's great. Handoff over to Sermon. Gains 5, 6. Great. Mark Robinson was in on the tackle. J. Roo for 5. Impromptu Pens live stream to get upset more at Pittsburgh sports. Much love tree from a fellow Yinzer. Yeah. Well, STXM, oh no, Tomlin's not going to the college game. There's no point. He's going to get an NFL job, wherever that is. Trade him to Washington, trade him to Carolina. Haystack for 5, you, Tom, and Perna are the best. Thanks for all, what y'all do. Dude, thank you. I mean, you get to see me get pissed off, so whatever. 3rd and 2 coming up. 3 minutes left in the game. Handoff over to Trey Sermon. Is that going to be a first down? I think they're going to rule him just short. At this point, just kick the field goal, go up by 3 scores. Don't even think about it. Just go up by 3 scores. Let the kisser of titties sit on the bench, take him back to Chicago, and call from there. Yep, Mason the Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. He had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, unfortunately, he's probably getting sacked in the pocket because he has no pocket presence. Yep, Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, is going to be coming in, and I'm actually, well, if he can. If they stop him here, we'll see. We'll see. Montgomery goes in motion. Trey Sermon, the single back set in the backfield. They're just trying to get him to jump off sides. There will be no jump. It'll be a timeout with 2:12 left in the 4th quarter. Let's just give the Colts the dub, and, yeah. Are they going to rush Kenny Pickett back? That's the question. I don't know what else you can do. Here comes a 43-yard attempt for Matt Gay. Kick is up. And doink! No good. They doinked it. We're going to see Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Yeah. What do you want me to say? What do you legitimately want me to say? You know what? For this, you know what? We'll bring back an old classic. How's that sound? Because honestly, this game more than definitely deserves it. If I can find the right one here. Sorry, boys. Tonight on the days of our Steelers. They fucking suck. That's all there is. They fucking suck. They're a bad team. They're a poorly managed football team. They're injured to hell. There are no linebackers left. There are no safeties left. Tomlin's getting coached into a blender. He's past his expiration date. The offense is still garbage, and the skill position players are about to mutiny. Najee Harris, He's giving me Trent Richardson vibes. He has no hole recognition whatsoever. They should just throw Jalen Warren as the top option because it's garbage. Yeah. That's really all there is to it. Power and Flapjack. If Cincy's Gwyn, the Steelers used to be Ornstein and Smug. Now they're just what's left of Ornstein in Dark Souls 3. Yeah. Really, that's all there is to it? Christopher Stupstad from a Hawks fan. Believe me, you guys have a valid chance to beat us the way our defense is playing. Not anymore, we ain't. Not anymore, we ain't. Jacob Crookberg, who day? I mean, fuck Minnesota. Nami Fufu, Steichen, or Ryan, Coach of the Year is whoever makes the playoffs. Probably Steichen. Mike Twitty for 2. Change the score, you handsome, silly banana. Oh, I changed the score all right, buddy. Voice of Martians for 5. Love your work, Tree. I'm curious where you got the Chargers pain soundbite from. That's just the screaming soundbite. It's just a regular meme soundbite. It's definitely deserved. Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, is now in the game. I never thought I'd see the day. Mason Rudolph takes the snap. He'll throw a check down to Jalen Warren, and they lose 3. Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, is back in the game, and he's probably going to get sacked because he has no recognition, and he's a fucking statue. Steelers fans, you got your wish. You got Mason Rudolph. Great. 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 Oh, Vincent Pancake, dude. This has gone to hell. Kill me. I demand the sweet release of death, for it is the only thing that will save us in this eternal hell. God help us all. I was hoping for a win, because, you're bouncing back. You have a long time to prepare. Indy's kind of undermanned right now. They have a lot of issues. They're playing over their heads, but standard's the standard, I guess. Oh, dude, Adonis is probably going nuclear. I don't fucking blame him. They're playing like fucking shit, dude. It's time. It's been time. But the problem is, they think they can do it. They fluke it's splash plays and fluke bullshit. They get a fake block, and then they get random turnovers, and they hope that'll get them enough. That doesn't sustain in the modern NFL. I don't think it's ever sustained itself. But Oh, it's more than Jover, dude. It's cholera done. Oh, dude, Lemonade. They're going 9-8. We all know they're going 9-8, dude. Boy, sorry. Rick from New York, I'm done if Mason's not put in the game. Oh, dude, Mason was put in the game. So, Kisser of Titties, he fucking sucks. He just sucks. BSFM for 5 Tree, how much sport do you watch? Your vids are always good or really in-depth. Too much. Especially for hockey, you seem to love making those in the shows, dude. I wish I could watch more hockey. It's just football's consuming my fucking time. Especially this shitty team. So, that's all there is to it. Christopher Stuffstack, also come join Oregon State and Washington State in the salt mines. Oh, dude, we're already there, dude. We are already fucking there. The Jackman for 5, I loved your content. You've always make me laugh. I've heard over and over, we think the Saints are in cap hell, but what will this mean? The problem is the Saints have always been able to restructure those contracts. I think the Derek Carr contract, finally puts it due. They've lost a lot of talent, especially in the secondary and the defensive front. They've lost Onyemata, Marcus Williams, Teron Armstead, Trey Hendrickson. Like, they've lost a lot of talent, especially on defense, and they have an aging, injury-prone roster. And they have a lot of talent, but the problem is, they have bad coaching. And they can put it together, but they're going to need coaching. 2nd and 13 coming up. The 2-minute warning has just passed. It's a 3-wideout set for Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Snap down. 4-man rush. He'll throw another check down to Freiermuth. He gains 6. At least he's not throwing picks. Bilbo Baggins, I miss Dree Archer. Dude, Dree Archer used to take the ball away 5 yards from the end zone and get it at the 10. He thought he was still in the MAC. Stephen Mystery, maybe the Steelers firing enough people they can make a run. Dude, they aren't firing people. Are you crazy? Their contracts will expire. You know this. Mason Rudolph's first appearance in nearly 2 years. I think it was his first appearance since they nearly went, not 11-0, but it was the, what game was that? I think it might have been an injury game for Ben. 3rd and 7 coming up, and we will have the postgame. What kind of liquor? Angels Envy. Got to do the Angels Envy, man. This is definitely. Oh, Steelers go Super Bowl. I just got to buy the tickets. And Justin Ziegler, despite firing Canada, being fired. Tomlin's words ring true. We cannot play from behind. Well, because they don't like anal play. What do you expect? Great job, Steelers. Love your work, Tree. Keep it up. I mean, that's why I said 11-point lead. That's insurmountable for this team. Well, it's okay. Tomlin doesn't have a losing season. I mean, even though you're 7-4, 6-3, it's great. 3rd and 7. Shotgun formation, hikes the snap, quickly throws. It's another check down. It's just way off target, incomplete. Intended for Deontay Johnson, and Mason Rudolph still going to be in. And here we go. And 4th and 7. And Tomlin's just shaking his head because, I don't know, Trubisky is just wondering what the fuck went wrong, which is, you shouldn't have been picked 2nd overall. It's because the Bears are fucking idiots. 4th and 7 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Life support incoming. Connor Hayward in motion. 3-wideout set. Jalen Warren right-hand side. Snap down. 4-man rush. Oh, Mason Rudolph sack. That's great. Mason Rudolph has all the pocket presence of a gnat. And that's what you get. He is sacked. He is sacked, and the Steelers have once again fucked the ball. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? You got your wish. You got Mason Rudolph. For what? So he gets sacked? This team's dead. Just bury them. They're fucking dead. Golden opportunity to make noise and you pissed it. You don't deserve to make the playoffs. You don't deserve over 500. Fuck that shit. You fucking suck. Worst part is they're not going to do anything about it. They're going to blame injuries. They're going to blame everything under the sun. But this team is just lifeless. They're dead. And I mean, I haven't been able to say that about a Steelers team for, I have no idea. This team's cooked. Last time I say that was maybe 18 at the end in the collapse, but maybe the end of 21. But they're done. And they're trying to call timeouts as aggressive, but at the same time, like, Matt Gay's just going to kick a field goal, go up by 3 scores. It's over. It's fucking over, dude. They're going to hand it off over to Goodson. He gains maybe 2. Marcus Golden and Trenton Thompson in on the tackle. And, yeah. It's definitely a game. It is definitely a game. Oh, Scott Leo still has got Super Bowl. They just got buy tickets. Oh, yeah. There goes SeatGeek. Code TREE. $20 off your first purchase. Panic for 5. I feel like this season would play out differently if a lot of different teams were healthy. I watch your videos when I do cardio at the gym. Nice. I watch, like, mostly TV. If I do cardio, I try to watch, like, Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football. That's what I usually do there. Josiah K. I gotta move back here. As a Packers fan, Tree, join us in misery. Oh, dude, at least you have a chance to make the playoffs. 3rd and 10 coming up. They used all their timeouts, so we continue the agony. Snap down, hold off to Trey Sermon. He'll get to the far side of the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Marcus Golden, loses 1. So, Rock and Reggie, this ain't playing down to competition. They're just playing like shit. They are a bad football team. And this is all you get. They are a bad football team right now. They've been a bad football team for, honestly, a good bit. They've just been getting bailed out by talent and splash plays. And that's not sustainable. And you can bitch at me all you want for it, but at the end of the day, unfortunately, like, I see my team, I know what they're capable of, and this is what happens. This is what happens. Jordy for 5, I know you don't do treat NBA all that much, but the Pistons might genuinely be the worst team of all time and might be worth a video at some point. Oh, yeah. I just need to do some research on it. I mean, it's 22 straight losses. That's special. Quake Theater, why don't the Steelers score more points? Are they stupid? Well, we tried doing that. We tried unplugging it and plugging it back in. It didn't work. We're out of ideas. You tell me, Quake. You tell me. Christopher Brickner, Steelers, locales, days of our Steelers with collapse. It's 2018 all over again. Minus the drama. I mean, there's even more drama right now, but... Oh, they're showing old highlights of Reggie Wayne. Great. It's probably the last time the Steelers won. That was in 07. Yeah, the Steelers haven't lost to the Colts since 2008. Kick is up by Matt Gay, and it is good. It's a 3-point game. This game's fucking over. Yeah. Yeah, I'm shit posting right now. Yeah, Indy deserved the win. I mean, I'll tip my cap to them. They played well, and the Steelers are playing like fucking shit. They saw a shitty team. They pounced on them. And the Indy is now once again in prime position to make a playoff push. And, yeah. Steelers are back to 500. They've lost 4 or 5. And I don't know if they win another game. They'll probably go 9-8 because, you know, the narrative. But this team does not deserve playoffs. The way it stands right now, they are playing like fucking shit. They're playing with no heart. They're playing with no life. They're playing with no passion. And they're getting coached into a blender. By really bad teams of all things. Not just Indy. Indy's the best team they've lost to. They lost to a Dorian Thompson-Robinson team. They lost to the Cardinals, the Patriots with Bailey Zappi, and now the Colts. And Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, is coming back out. So, that's great. It's, yeah. Yeah, Tomlin is living in his fears. That's all I can say. And I know even at the very least when I'm calling for his head, at least players played for him. They're no longer playing for their players. They've given up. They're playing like shit. He's done. And it's a handoff to Jalen Warren. He's going to just pad his fantasy stats. Congratulations on the extra point or so for anyone who had Jalen Warren. That's a first down. And they're just going to let this die, probably take a knee, and call it a day. Robert Dominguez for 5, time to win Tomlin's contract. No, he's got 1 more year left, so I don't know if they won't fire him. They'll never fire him. Paul Jackson for 2, cute days of our Steelers. Play the song tree. Oh, I already played it, baby. And Jalen Warren's going to run it one more time and wrapped up, and that will be the game. The Indianapolis Colts have pulled off the bullshit in a way. They are holding on, and the Steelers are now on the outside looking in when they had a prime chance to make things happen. And they deserve to lose. They're playing like shit. So, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? They played like fucking shit. And there's no point in getting angry because this is what they are. They're a shitty football team. Right now, as they are constructed with some of the ailments they have, they are a shitty football team. They are ill-prepared. They are ill-motivated. And they execute very poorly. They have discipline lapses. They have holes in the defense. They don't have no real situational awareness. And the offense is still puke because there's nothing here. So it is what it is. It is what it is. And yeah. I mean, I can't call Tom because he's probably in the middle of an interview. So I will not call him right now. Yeah, he's interviewing his friend, so I am not going to call him. So we'll see. I'm not doing a video. There's no point in doing a video. I already did this last week. So nothing there. We'll finish this up, and I'll call it a day here. Samus Arndine, Racing Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, had a very shitty throw. And if you ever saw a tape, you could even say he blows. Yeah, he has no situational awareness, so he gets fucking sacked. Scott Leo, who's more dead, the Steelers or the Chargers? The Chargers. Oh, the Chargers are fucking destroyed. Graf von T-Roll for 5. Part of me wonders if there's a more tortured sports town than Pittsburgh this year. On account of not just the Steelers, but the Pirates and Panthers. Penn State, too. Don't forget about them. Well, the Riverhounds were doing okay. The Riverhounds are probably the best team in Pittsburgh, and that's fucking sad. Christopher Brickner, it may not be days of our Steelers, but it's days of our liquor. Mm-hmm. Skip Patriot Gaming, GG, I'm a Colts fan too. GG, you played well. Well done. Very well done from the Colts. Conman for 5 as a Browns fan, I'm so happy to see you in pain over the Steelers. Fuck you. I mean, I respect the adversity you've come from this year with the Browns, but fuck you. Corruption for $1, thank you. Manny, what happens if you guys have a losing record? Probably nothing. They'll probably panic. I mean, look at the St. Louis Cardinals. They had a losing record for the first time. They did nothing. They added some mid-tier rotation pitchers. That's great. Visit in high wind. Bears now 12% chance tank bowl champ in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you have to win out, unfortunately, but we'll see about that. I should probably be studying right now. Thank you for your service, Tree. Yeah, I agree. DJ Shuffler for 5. What exactly do the Pittsburgh Steelers need to have happen in order for them to have any possible shot at sneaking into the AFC playoff race again? Win out and fluke bullshit. It's the only way it happens. JMP for 10 earlier, I said Najee Harris is an enigma. I apologize to all enigmas out there. Harris is terrible. I'm booting him out of my fantasy. F the stats. He ran into his own tackle and caused a fumble. Like, the whole team's dead. It's just bad. And Austin Runge could be worse. He could be a Pistons fan right now. Dude, if I'm a Pistons fan, I'm not watching. Like, they're just shit. I'm just laughing at him. And as a Lions fan, I can understand the pain. I am not confident going into the Broncos-Lions game. We need you to win. That's the only way. And the Broncos are playing good football, so what can you do? Manny for 2. Have you heard of the Pittsburgh native Peter's Pasta? I have not. Unfortunately, I have not. I've heard of Peter's Pasta. Colts for Super Bowl 58. I appreciate the Steelers quitting after the first quarter. Yep. Justin Silverman, I hate this team. We're going to turn into the Montreal Canadiens of the NHL, or the NFL. Rings long ago and in like 30 years. Yeah. I mean, could be. As I said, the Bears with a shinier coat of paint. MJS Tomlin can go screw himself calling pointless timeouts there after his team headhunted and horse-collared the first half. He's living in his fears. He didn't kick a long field goal. He didn't go for a screen when he needed to, get extra yardage and go back to one score, and he punted. Dude's living in his fears. And made a treat, sorry, Tree, but go Colts. Tomlin on the hot seat. I wish. Steelers aren't going to do it, though. Nick Shannon for 2. Steelers got 8-9 ball. Maybe 7-10 at this rate. Jesus. Daniel Schwett for 5. To be honest, most of these issues were evident early on in the year, even week 1 during the night. Dude, they were evident in 2020 and 2021. They were getting blown out by teams, dude. It's bad. They get blown the fuck out by real teams. And then nowadays, like, you don't have high-end talent to bail you out anymore. You have a bunch of injuries, and now you're getting exposed. Against really bad teams you should beat. Colts were probably the best team of that bunch. And that's saying something. Official goes Ricklin. Is Pat Fryermuth invisible? Now, they threw to him like 3 times. Simeon Zamet, days of our Steelers and days of our Penguins. I don't know, maybe. Incredible. Jake fire Tomlin and hire AB as the head coach. Good God, our team would be destroyed at that rate. Well, the Penguins are losing 2-0 right now. That's grand. 6 goals on 2 shots, or 2 goals on 6 shots. The high-end talent of the Leafs has come to play, obviously. So that's great. Penguins are on the road, so yeah. I mean, Steelers, Penguins defense, I guess, but maybe we can do something. Maybe. We don't know. Maybe-ish. And another takeaway for the Penguins. We'll see. Nick tonight, Caleb Corson for 5. Thank God for the Penguins, which isn't much. Stay strong, Tree. I've given up hope for this team. I mean, I feel like we all have. I mean, dude, if the Browns win tomorrow and the Broncos win, it's game over. Like, they pissed away a golden opportunity. There's nothing you can do there. And the Penguins are losing 2-0, by the way, so that's grand. It's early in the first, but still. Nick Shannon for 5. Spank Bank material for Central and Northeast Ohio. Welcome back to the 80s, Yinzers. Woof, woof. Late 80s, dude. When Noel was well past his expiration date. But they didn't let him go, and, yeah. Is Mitch Trubisky or Bubby Brister? Is this what Bubby Brister was like? Maybe. And Banana Boy, I'm convinced Najee is just Trent Richardson. I mean, even for as much as I hated the pick, I never expected Najee to be Trent Richardson. Like, this is bad. And you're not getting a first-round pick from the Colts for this dude. But, oh, dude. Devin, don't burn your Steelers jersey, man. It's not worth it. They're not worth the effort of burning a jersey. That would involve passion, and the Steelers haven't shown it, so it's not fucking worth it. But otherwise, guys, it's the end of the stream. See you around. The Steelers are done. 7-4 to 7-7, and they played like shit. So, nothing to do there. I'll tip my hat to the Colts. They did a job well done. They played well, and they're worthy of playoffs if they make it there. So, you know what? I hope they do make it. Not only make me eat shit, but, you know, give Steichen Coach of the Year. So, otherwise, guys, I've got a few more, though. Heavy Metal Salsa, most surprising teams this year, good and bad. Good surprise, probably Colts, Texans. Good surprise, I don't know who else. Bad surprise, dude. Bills are really disappointing. Chargers have been garbage. Seahawks have been very underwhelming. I expected more out of... I don't know who else, man. I mean, Broncos finally got it together. I'll agree there. And Simple Logic. That was nice. Here's some beer money, Inzer. Yeah, dude, I got plenty tonight. Trust me. I'll be on Tom Grossi's stream later tonight. I think around maybe 11:30-ish to end the stream. So I will definitely be joining in over there. So go over to Tom. Enjoy him. I'll see y'all around. And God help me. Oh, Samuel Holmgren for 10. Fire Tomlin. Hire Belichick. Dude, that would be so unclean. So unclean. Just for that, you f*** the ball. Dude, Chris Cash, this has been the real Steelers for about 4 or 5 years. So I'm honestly not surprised by this. And chances drop from 80 in week 13 to 10 in week 15. Oh, dude, it might be worse than that if Cleveland and Denver win. Or Houston somehow pulls it off. Very possible. So they should it. Net strike. Chiseled's going to flip shit. I'll probably end up seeing that stream later. I mean, he's angrier than me, but at this point, there's no point in getting angry because this team hasn't given me a reason to get angry. They're just lifeless. No point. They're not worth the energy. Guys, though, have a good night. I'll see you around. I'll probably be here for maybe week 17 or 18, but otherwise, at this point, they're done. Stick a fucking fork in them. They are cooked. With a capital C.